Hey everyone, Happy New Year! I'm Tassenix, and welcome to Season 75, 5 vs 5 Grand Arena Championship, Week 1, Round 1. My opponent is someone new to me. His name's OnlyClowns, of the guild QLF, which is also unknown to me. But it is bizarre that this is somebody that I'm not aware of, because there's not a lot of 16.4 million accounts running around, generally speaking. But this guy's out here, and he changes his name. If you were to pull up his GG, you'll see like the last few months his name has been changed. But yeah, somebody new is so very rare. So glad to have it. Let me throw the chat up on screen. Okay, hopefully it works. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's looking for a streamer, but streamer isn't working today for some reason. There's servers down. That's why the program isn't booting. It's going to be tougher for the chat. I don't think the chat's going to report you guys properly then. I'll have to wait for that to be back on. Let me just check. Hey, Asake Geo, Ganroth, Cosley Check, Darth Leia, back here for 8 months. Subscribed. Appreciate you. Happy New Year. Good luck today. I appreciate it, Leia. See what's going on over on YouTube. Kimmy, good afternoon, Tass. Happy New Year. Likewise. Nashorn, off crack. Good afternoon, maybe? I don't know. Glad you like the music, though. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get ready for the prediction over on Twitch. How many drops today? Let's call it 2 or less, 3 or more. How's that sound? Give me some amount of playroom. Would you say that? Here, go ahead. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and get the details up on screen. All right, rank 10 fighting rank 14. Yeah, we had a couple more Erodiums added into the top bracket, so I'm one of the couple people that got squeezed out. So here I am, bracket 2. Let's do it. My 16.7 million GP to his 16.5 million. Top 80 GP, my 3.26 million to his 3.24. GAC Omicrons, I have 88 to his 66. It's actually kind of a lot for out here. Don't know how much it matters, really. Top 80 average speed, my 168 to his 165. Again, not much, but I'll take it. Hey, Hair Trend, yeah, good to see you. Exactly, Shake. Somebody that isn't Herbert, Sasha, Baby Yoda. Not only is it somebody different from the regular opponents, but somebody who's completely new. Wow. Hey, Swuggle Player, good to see you. Hey, Bushman. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep flipping back and forth between the YouTube and Twitch chats. And I'll miss that stream wrap till it's back. All right. Bane analysis. Plus 25 speeds. My 320 to his 329. 20 to 24 speeds. My 634 to his 504. Plus 20s. My 954 to his 833. Plus 4% offense mods. My 311 to his 169. Plus 6% offense mods. My 122 to his 44. So got him really strong on these. Plus 9% defense mods. My 182 to his 111. And plus 14% defense mods. My 59 to his 25. Relic analysis. Plus, let's see here. Total levels. My 2665 to his 2597. Relic 10s. I now have 10 of them. To his 5. Relic 9s, my 191 to his 181. Relic 8s, my 95 to his 64. All right. Datacron analysis. Yeah, guys. I will say that I spent what is essentially an entire working shift, and honestly, then some, tweaking all of the freebie Datacrons so that, as best as I could, I think there's only a handful of stats that wouldn't meet this criteria across the whole set, but I was trying to have every stat roll within 1% of maximum. So 1.5% away from maximum would not do. Sorry?
Just no lifing it. That's what he said.
It's true. It's true. That is the disembodied voice of Shake, but Depressed Wampa. Yeah, I can't wait to see the rerolls. Well, there you go, buddy. Hey, Ben Grogu, thank you for the resub. 3 months on. Appreciate it. So yeah, my total rerolls over 9,000. Nice. To his 6,613. Level 9 Datacrons, I have 64 to his 68. I think I dusted a few of the previous set that I have no intention of using. They were like level 6s or level 3s, something never going to see service. And as far as anything under level 9 Datacrons, we're not working with it. No concern. As far as Galactic Legends, he's got a much faster Ray. Really nice balance. Honestly, if you're not going to have as much offense as me, probably speed or bulk is fair. Extraordinarily fast Slacker at 601. A plus 208 set. Only 153,000 health. I did take the plunge on Relic 10 Slacker. I also put him in a health primary for the arrow. So now he's got it for cross, arrow, and circle. And yeah, I was able to hit 180,000, so that's what I'm going for right now. Nice. Wow. Nice. Nice JML. Okay, really fast JMK. Okay. For Vader, very slower than average Leia, but 190,000. She is enormous. That's a number. Yeah. I was about to say that's a number like what you might hit at Relic 10. There she is, Relic 10. Okay. And a 614 Galactic Legend Hondo. This boy's got the zoomies. Damn. So what is that real quick? 614 times 1.03? 632. So yeah, you would literally need to be as fast as his Slacker. And I like that. I like that symmetry in his thinking, right? You would have, wow, you'd actually have to be faster than his Slacker. One faster than his Slacker to be able to outrun this, and that is an outrageous ask. Like, this is incredible to be up over 600. All right. As far as the other meta characters go, pretty average, pretty good stuff. Yeah, I do have Relic 10 on Bane now, so even so, he's still just under 150,000, but also just under 12,000 offense, and yeah. Hopefully going to have a Relic Delta for the time being against most characters. Okay. Yeah, also did the Relic 10 on Exile Ezra. That much more. Starting, health, armor, dodge chance, 5 mastery. Could be worth something. Ooh, next. What do we got here? All right, got really fast Gray. Very impressive. Much faster than mine. Good Malicos. Yeah, I've tuned up Malicos. 251 speed, just about 100k health, just about 13,000 offense. He's begging for that Relic 10 at some point. Not in the very, very near future, but in the medium term. He's coming. Hey, Wombat, lurking and working on the streamer bot issues. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hey, let's see here. Yes, Alexander Robertson. Yes, over 9,000 is what we're doing out here. Crazy dedication is right, Kimmy. It's really just having too much time, and it's also something where you're a certain number of rolls in already. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick to it, right? All right. We both have the Relic 10 Leviathan, so no advantage to be had there. Makes sense. All right, over to Omega Bot. So this is based on last season. Datacron meta did not have set 25 at all. So as far as the value of looking at this goes, this is going to kind of tell us the proportion of strength of defense that he was comfortable setting last season. And I suspect he will probably keep to that pattern to start this one. That's just about it. As far as when he likes to attack, seems to enjoy going when I'm mostly sleeping, so that's fine. As far as speed comparison goes, yes, looks like I've got him through this middle band here, and then it's pretty competitive otherwise. GC Omicrons, I mean, BKM, nice. Here. Costa. Wow, none of the Joe Costa ones. He's not a Joe Costa believer. He's only got the one on Luthen. All right, so he's actually missing some that are nice to have. We'll see. We'll see how critical. Here he is, in bracket 2 without 30-something GAC Omicron. So, yeah. As far as squad banner efficiency goes, this is a bloody fighter last time. Interesting. Though most of his attacks are 65 and 64 respectively, and he is getting more of those scores than his opponents, which is crucial. A lot of blood in here, a lot of stuff that's under 45 here. All these little black ticks are his attacks. So while his opponents are also dropping against him, it was a bloody affair. All right, defenses he was setting last season: Gas, Pirate King Hondo, Ahsoka with Ezra, Rey Swolo, Fugitive Omega, Jabba, Queen Amidala, Saw Crex, Cere Malicos Maul, Alp Starkiller, Traya, Saw, Aurra, Finn, and then just a mix of stuff after that. Executrix in Home 1 generally on defense. It would otherwise be Malevolence, Negotiator, or Endurance, depending on how he wants to mix that up. Defenses by zone, we might expect to see Gas, Rey Swolo, Jabba, Ahsoka with Ezra, and then your guess on Queen, Traya, or Aurra. Something like that. Offense, he was using Slacker, Reva, JMK Cat, Leia, Gungans, Maz, Baylan, Bane, Sith Eternal, Lord Vader, Great Mothers, Malgus, Traya, BKM, and JML, and whatever else was necessary for the job. A lot of non-green colors in here. Then on fleets, using Executor, Leviathan, Profundity. I checked the last couple of seasons to see if this is a trend that he sometimes, deviates from. Nah, this guy's sticking with triple meta for offense. So likely to be getting it done regardless. Nashorn asked, do I have all of the Omicrons and Zetas, not just GAC Omicrons? Yes, I do. I have something closing in on 500 Omicron mats to spare, having every Omicron in the game. Like, I don't think that they're capable of releasing characters with the pace that they're doing in a way that's actually going to threaten my Omicron count. I think it's just generally going to continue to exceed whatever is going to come out at this point. Yeah, trust me, that there was a time where I spent money on Omicrons to catch up, and it took a long time to get to the point where I was naturally coming out ahead. Trust me. Sheepdog says, I expect you to start the new year with a dominating win. I'm trying. We'll see. It's set 25, so the enthusiasm's pretty muted here. But the job needs to be done regardless, so I take your point. All right, teams that he faced last season and dropped against. There was a Saw, a Slacker, a couple Treyas, a few Pirate King Hondos, a couple each of Great Mothers, Maz Kanata, Reva, Jabba, and then just a few of Queen, Fugitive Omega, and Finn. Okay. And then, yes, obviously no drops on Fleet. If you're saving triple meta, surely that would be the case. That's about it. All right, where are we at on the prediction timer? All right, you guys have finished the job. 60% of points wagered went 2 or less. 40% went 3 or more. All right, let's have a look at the board. So, the good news is he has fully cleared and we understand the task ahead. He has had a couple of drops and a few banners besides, so we'll talk about that. But yeah, I don't know how anything's going to work, so who's to say? All right, let's talk about how he cleared my defense. Bringing up the old trusty Prime Bot. All right, so immediately he dropped, well, he had to withdraw actually from Pirate King Hondo and then went back in and cleared it for a 55. So that was his successful first attack, would have been a 65 on the first go. So what 65's this? If you were going to do Slacker first, which I expect he would do based on his history, what was going to 65 this after? Did he just go in with Cere Malicos and risk? And risk that my Hondo locked down his Malicos? What else was otherwise going to cleanly 65 this? I've heard corner cases of people doing this with Leia and with Jabba, but I very much wonder. Very much wonder. Not likely to be. How many Zetas do I have? Oh, like thousands of Zetas, man. Ewoks can 65 the Pirate King? I believe you. I believe you, man. Alright, so anyways, that was his first attack for the 55. And next he took out Great Mothers for 64. Saw Gerrera was 65. And then against Finn, Zori, Resistance Hero Finn, OG Poe, and Rose, with the Focus Datacron that gives you that Poe ability with the fear and whatnot, that was also a 65. Alright, so, hiding here in the back, we had Darth Vader, Starkiller, CLS, Maul, and GK with the Darth Vader Attacker Cron. Health, crit damage, armor penetration, all on the stats. I want to say, I don't care too much about the 3. I want to say in this case, it was speed up level 3. Max health damage level 3 would also be okay. That one was 65. Against Rey, Swolo, Xeris, Zalbar, and Exile Ezra with the Xeris Healer Cron. 100% health and some crit damage besides. He killed everybody except Rey and Swolo, who are both Relic 10, so, you know, the Cope within wants to believe that difference mattered, yeah? And then he cleaned it up for a 42, so a Max Banner cleanup thereafter. So, nice. It's our second drop. And then against Ahsoka, Wat, Huyang, General Syndulla, and Padawan Sabine. That's a Tank Cron with 25% turn meter on it. So, what did he end up doing for that? He got a 67. So, I think clearly Bane's involved. I think that is C. Bane. Because the odds of Bane, well, maybe he did like Bane Darth Vader. I don't recall immediately if he has Darth Vader on the board. I think he might. But if he doesn't, I'm trying to think, like, I don't know how else you're going to do a Bane fight that goes as long as that fight does and keep your side Sith, unless it's Darth Vader. So that's what makes you think C. Bane. All right.
He has Darth Vader down by the dark side.
What did I say about that mumbling?
He has Darth Vader down, so he can't be Darth Vader with Bane.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the top wall against his BKM. Against my BKM boss Grogu. What is it? Bam and Bo-Katan Kryze. He scored a 64. Against Jabba, Chrysanthemum, Bausch, Cad, Boba. That was a 58. So a bit of a nibble there. Against Jedi Master Mace, Jocasta, Depa, Ayla, Temple Guard. 65. And against Fugitive Omega, surprisingly enough, another 58. So nice. Another 14 banners, you know, just there without a drop. That's pretty slick. Now, here in the back, nothing earth-shaking. We've got Home 1, against which he got a 77, so there's his Profundity, I would think. Profundity or Leviathan. Probably Profundity. Against Executrix, a 74. That is almost certainly Executor. And then against Leviathan, a 68. So we both have the Relic 10 thing. It's possible to lose the coin flip and then end up getting kind of blitzed. We had, I think, a really favorable outcome in what I expect was the Leviathan mirror. 68 could also be the type of score that you would see from Executor if you chose to do it. Which would mean a 74 against Executrix would be something like Leviathan with 2 reinforcements, and then you lost like a protection banner, something like that. Anyway, so that's it about the defense. Do I not have enough of everything to take every character to Relic 9? I guess it would be the droid brains, but asking anyway. Definitely not to take every character. I mean, virtually any character I could be using in Grand Arena. There's a handful of exceptions, and I think we'd agree they mostly wouldn't matter. Everything that I could see myself using in Grand Arena is Relic 9. Maybe a handful. Like, for example, I know that my Cere that's on defense today is not like that. You know, it's not Relic 9. But yeah, I don't have enough to do it to everything. I have to be... As soon as they open the ability for you to dust stuff, you know, to make the droid brains, yeah, I went crazy. And now I only have like a few hundred of every Cairo, like something like 700-800. So enough that I'm still okay, but not enough where I can keep just dusting stuff, you know? So gotta be calm. But trust me, as soon as I could do that, that was something like 20 plus Relic 9s that I just like dropped on. Bane, Darth Vader leads, stacking offense, level 6. Interesting, Alex. All right. So weird to see Cad Bane, a naked, no Zeta, Relic 9 character. Yeah, and thinking about how you're using that Relic 9 with him assisting, I'll show you I did remod him. I got him in an offense. Oh, good, I get to finally finish this mod. Roll the health, you son of a bitch. I'll have to later. All right, so health, crit damage, potency, health. And then, you know, offense set. We got a lot of health in here, and we have a lot of offense in the sense that it's not terribly easy to push him up over 8,000 offense. We've got the crit chance we're looking for. Potency, I'd like to be closer to 100%, but I'll live, you know? And then the speed is largely inconsequential because we're caring about him just assisting when other players use, other allies use specials. Okay. What are you doing, sweetness? All right. Top side for our opponent. He has Saw, Biggs, Kyle, Luthen, and Wedge with the Biggs Cron. To have a look at that. 25% turn meter, attacker, long text, level 6. Biggs, level 9. Let's read this one. At the start of battle, if Wedge Antilles is an ally, Biggs Darklighter gains 50% max health and max protection for the rest of battle. Whenever Biggs damages an enemy, inflict defense down and vulnerable on the target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. Whenever Wedge Antilles assists, he deals 50% bonus damage with a 75% chance to attack a second time, dealing 100% bonus damage, and a 50% chance to attack a third time, dealing 200% bonus damage. Neat. Whenever an ally attacks out of turn, Biggs gains 5% turn meter. Jeez, that sounds potentially monstrous. 216% armor penetration and just over 100%, 103% crit damage. Nasty. Hey, Luke, good to see you over there. Which, how am I doing? Okay. New year, new day. Slightly crabby child in the background. Troubleshoot that here in a minute. Oh, I know what it is. You want your tablet, which is still charging. Well, that's your problem, running it into the ground, kid. That Jabba, that Cron got me 3 holds. Nice. Nice. Support Cron? Yeah, I expect it'll be the stock choice. All right, next up, he's got Jedi Master Mace, Ayla, Depa, Jocasta, Temple Guard. Yeah, no Omicron Jocasta. Interesting. Attacker Cron, great armor penetration and health, turn meter, long text attacker. It's a nice setup. Against, next up is Ahsoka, Exile Ezra, General Syndulla, Huyang, Padawan Sabine, Support Cron, 25% turn meters, support level 6, long text, and 117% health. Rey, Zaris, Swolo, Cal, and GK with the Zaris Healer Cron, bulk 3, long text 6, Zaris 9, just like mine. I have about 100% health. He has full health rolls all the way to the top. And yeah, is 118%. That's enormous. I was really toying with the idea of setting Cal because that's another 30% max health, right? That's beastin'. All right, Darth Vader indeed is on defense, followed by Mara Jade, Old Ben, Starkiller, and Visas with the Darth Vader Cron. Wow, whenever Darkseid allies daze or stun an enemy, so what? Daze, I think, out of his middle, stun out of you, and then daze potentially... No, not daze from him. That's Lord Vader with daze on Crush. Just dots from Darth Vader. So, health recovery, though, is the effect. All right. Long text level 6, Darth Vader 9, and just, real casual 414% armor penetration, as one does. So that could be potentially painful. Open to suggestions here, but I'm mostly thinking that it's going to be General Grievous. It's either that or, like, Reva here, which would complicate things, because then I'd have to pivot for how I'm dealing with Saw, I think. Because I want to have Reva for Saw today. I guess I could use Traya. I don't have Traya on defense. By the way, you may have noticed no Sith on defense. So, in the age of Maz, I feel like all the Sith or none of the Sith is pretty fair. Unless you want to go for, like, the false draw. Setting up a couple Sith, making them think there's no other Sith. And I don't think he has another Lord Vader down. But I can't... I don't think he has his Lord Vader down himself. But I don't think he can risk it either. I don't think I can risk it by using Maz here, which would be otherwise kind of interesting. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to use Baylan against his Traya, Dooku, Nihilus, Red Trooper, and Savage. Dooku Kron here. Speed up level 3, long text attacker 6, long text Dooku. And real casual, 205% crit damage. Very nice. All right, then last, his pirate... Oh, sorry, not last. Gas, CRex, Echo, 5s, and Rex with the 5s Cron. Bulk level 3, long text tank level 6, and 5s level 9 with 117% protection. So I gotta be honest with you. You guys, longtime fans have seen me do the Bounty Hunter counter to Gas and to Gas CRex. Neither of them have stopped me in the past as long as it wasn't like a turn meter level 3. Because I have incredibly high speed available to that team through Zam. Zam shares out like 55. Wait a minute, no. I think it's 85. Yeah, wait. It's a really high number, okay? The point is that we're cruising. Listen, kid. You watched your tablet until it just died. You're gonna need to wait. Stop moping. You'll have to wait. I know. Oh, I'm just... Precious crouch. All right, so anyway, with this kind of protection on here, I was really tempted to do the Bounty Hunters thing, because here's the thing. I'm pretty confident none of this is going to stop me from being able to snipe Gas before he gets to go. The troublesome thing is that if you've seen me do that fight, I can finish it in previous metas with all 5 characters alive, sometimes even with full health and protection. Not an always thing, but it does happen. And that's without this kind of damage coming out from 5s. So that's the only thing that dissuades me from trying Bounty Hunters here, is that this could probably blow out one of my squishy tunes. And I don't want the smoke like that. Yes, I know. You're still gonna have to wait, and you just whining isn't gonna make it charge fast. So I'm still thinking like Sith Eternal is probably the way to go here. Last is Pirate King, Brutus, Silvo, OG Hondo, and Vane with a support Cron. Speed up level 3 for Darksiders, long text support level 6, and 118% health. Really, really huge health. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let me check last season. against me. Yes, Sasha. How did he attack? Did he use First Order? Lost nearly every. He used Faust. Thing is that if I need to use Cere somewhere, I really am gonna want to use Cere with Crew. But the thing is I feel like, you know, Crew's a better tank for this job, particularly for standing up to basics from characters like Brutus and SM33. But if I do what I'm hoping to do, and I can just stun Brutus and Hondo, should mostly avoid that. That's the hope. That is the cope. As such, we'll do it first. This is the crown we'll use. All right. Standard 5-0 first with attacker or tank will beat that gas team, is what you're talking about, Alexander? Interesting if true. Consider that. Ah. Yeah. Good joke, Luke. I see you over there. Appreciate the good luck, Cosley. Why no Maz on Traya? It's just, I can't be certain that there's no Lord Vader back there. I mean, I could do it, but also, planning to do Baylan is generally pretty good against Traya, because even if you trigger Nihilus, nobody can be instantly defeated, whereas people can be instantly defeated on the Maz team. You like to stun Hondo, I like to stun Bane to prevent the mass assist. I do like to control Hondo as much as possible. Where Hondo and Brutus are both present, those would be my priority too. If either one of those were not there, then certainly Silva would be one of my stuns. Yes. All right. See how this goes. And this is where we'll be put to the test with our newer, healthier Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, who not only has all this added health, just from, you know, the application of the relic and the new primary, but also the added relic level is going to give us another 10% max health and max protection. Hopefully it matters. Oh god, it's going to hurt. Feel it. Please don't kill me. Kill the others. All right, that's good. It's a good start. Which one did you dispel? You got Hux. That's not my favorite maneuver. Okay, what's the move here? We can shock down to get them under stealth, but that forces focus onto Slacker early. I think we'll just use this one to get more ultimate charge at the moment. Okay. Okay. And that's ultimate 1. Meanwhile, oh my god, why would you do this? Stop. You guys are going to have to go ahead and not do that. I don't know how. Oh, I know why Hondo just died. And he doesn't get revived. How interesting. Okay, we'll want to swipe on Brutus. He'll be the most important to deny. Edge 2. Fight goes on. Man, you have no cooldowns. Expectations. And leave Brittany alone, please. Go for the greed, yes, no. My gut says yes. My gut should also get the fuck on with it. Okay. Fair. And because text means nothing, did I see Hondo stand back up and immediately die again? Or am I crazy? No, stop it! Holy shit, she is taking a lot of damage. I'm proud of you. You guys are actually cordially invited to allow my characters to take fucking turns. Stop that. Oh my god. Is there a reason for Faust instead of Crew, or am I saving him for Upus? It's exactly that, Ben Grogu. I just don't want to be caught without it. Yep. And now that all of the other sides are dead, I'm definitely just going to try and keep him stunned, keep the amount of interactivity to a minimum. Yeah, we'll take that. Now, there's even a chance I could finish this fight with a lightning, which would just be the dopest dope. Okay, you even dodged. Oh, I'll just be waiting till the end of fucking time. But, all right. We'll take it, all right? We will take it. 61's better than a lot of outcomes from last season, so I'll take that. 61 plus 10. Oh, do we have the game sounds on? Sure don't. This is my bad. So, what do we think here? Do you think it's worth using? No, I don't think it's worth using mods, because what if I get somebody deleted? Also, I don't have Quiggled. Bane is a viable tank, but perhaps inferior. This situation. Okay, so you've done this gas mirror, is what you're saying, Alex. Very interesting. I will keep that in mind, because that might be a worthy option. I think the main reason for this particular composition of Traya is intended to be anti-Sith Eternal. Sith Eternal's a favorite for going after Traya. It largely trivializes it. But it can be vulnerable to big bursts of damage. Typically, Talon is a major threat on this team, but he's going all in on the Red Trooper and Dooku in here with the Dooku crown. So I think as long as we don't use Sith Eternal there, we're good. Sith Eternal could be used here against Darth Vader, Starkiller. I wonder how that might go. I don't have Watt. Watt was on defense with Ahsoka. That was a risk we took. I would like the fight better if I did have Watt. As such, we do have set. We do have armor. But this is a fully active Starkiller unique, so these guys are going to move really fast. I think they're going to have the amount of time required to lock down or otherwise thwart my armor. Yeah, so that's the issue. Yeah, no Watt available. El Nurostum. Hi there. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. New Year, same sketchy fight? Yes, essentially, yes. You like seeing all the different Vader comps people are coming up with, says Asake? That's good. I'm glad. All right, so that is promising that we didn't drop that fight. The gas mirror is attractive. The question is, what kind of banners were you seeing with that, Alexander Robertson? Because my guess is it's kind of shit.
It's gonna be a solo gas winning the fight.
I don't know that I want to go that route. So anyway, I think Baylan's the answer here. Because here's what I don't want to do. Baylan is not going to do well into Saw with turn meter. That is my guess. That is my feeling. So I don't want to apply him there, which means might as well be here.
Before you go in with this, just wanted to share that I have not yet seen anyone win the Mars versus not in the fight. That is with various prompts used.
Wait, I'm sorry. You haven't seen anyone win that fight?
Yes, Mars versus Darth Vader. Because I know you're saving Mars for Darth Vader in the back, possibly.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share, I have not seen anyone win so far. And it's been Attacker Ground, Pirate Ground, Sports Ground, and Tech Ground. All used, right? So far, no. So
I hear you, man.
I don't know how you feel about that, and I am aware you probably built a ground for it, specialized one. So, best of luck, but I have doubts. So hold something else.
If my Maz fails, that'll be our project team for the day. But I won't be missing Baylan here, if that's how it is.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, probably hold something else in the back, right, as well.
Yeah.
Which you'll probably need if Maz fails.
So Nashorn on YouTube says, Vex did Maz against Lord Vader 2 times and won, but it was very close. Yeah, I expect that that's going to be a nastier fight this season. Fair.
Did put the attacker wrong that he was present?
Sorry?
No, I was just asking, was it attacker wrong he was facing?
Let the chat answer on that. All right. Yes, they say yes. The answer is yes.
Okay, good.
All right, let's
on to this one.
Let's see how this goes, guys. We should largely be out ahead. I should be able to trigger staggers. Might get some money here. And we've got the Boba Fett Kron equipped. This is basically a default Kron for Baylan. Hey, Ranger just raided in with 13. You're welcome to pop in the chat with me. Happy New Year's to you, Ranger. How did the round go? Let's hear about it. And welcome everybody raiding over. We're just about to do this Baylan fight, so wish me luck, and hopefully it's not horrific. He said, famous last words, Lee. Right, so if we don't stun, we'll push turn meter back, but stuns will be dispelled, so he'll be cleansed here in just a moment. Target you? I mean, target anybody, really. We can probably get the cooldown pushed back. I like the way you die, boy. Yeah. There it is. You see, Shake, you hadn't heard of anybody doing this, but now you know I can just say this. I can say this with confidence. Fuck what you heard.
No, I meant Maz versus Darth Vader. I know this shit works.
Oh, okay. Well, then fuck what I heard.
I know this works. I've done this before.
Fair.
I'm just saying I haven't seen anyone win Maz versus Darth Vader this season so far, like in the first match, right?
Yeah. All right, so
I know this works. That was never in doubt.
Yeah. But now, serious thinking here. Yeah. So if we did droids, if we did General Grievous,
I vote yes.
This used to work. Crit damage. I want to say potency is going to be really important this fight, more so than usual. This one is actually somewhat ideal. Ooh, this one might be even better. Max health damage, but wait a minute. Neither of these have potency as far as the dark side. I don't need to worry about the potency. That is kind of... Didn't I have a crown specialized for this? Would have been a tank crown. Be up at 5% offense. Offense won't attacks out of turn. Attack. Not a lot of that here. The reason people would have brought. Okay. 2015 GAC gaming, it's what we're all here for, says TJ. Yeah.
No, Step wasn't around in 2015. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that Dooku was not gonna get a lot of play there. Guy who sent packing. So, didn't I think it is a tank. What would that mean? It's The potency and crit damage, revival. This might be prudent. What do you think? You think attacker's the way to go if you were going to do this, or something else?
I vote attacker. More damage.
More pew pew.
Yes.
Because the thing is that my attacker crons don't have potency on them for dark side.
And I don't think they have tenacity on them. On the enemy.
Well, so much depends on us landing things early, and I do have a decent basis of potency, but I'm saying. Anyway, that's fine. So, crit damage then over health, I'd say? Or maybe health because it's only one life to live. That's my Sith Eternal. This one is pretty outrageous, honestly.
Who the fuck is this for?
Could be Reva.
Yeah. But do you check, like, tenacity stuff that you're bossing on before you go in? I mean, you can always just do Gungans if you care.
I think I didn't see any Gungans in the history. If you think Gungans is good, I'd rather do that, but I don't know. See, not represented at all last season, either 1 or 2.
If you take out Darth Vader and just do generic something.
Sure, whatever, fine. This one.
Like, variations of it.
All look pretty safe.
Yeah.
That would be much.
I understand that Darth Vader brings in stuff, but
yeah, but I don't worry about it too much.
Stats.
Yeah, if I could maybe keep him locked down, but he's not a priority to lock down, so I don't know. So the script is we'd have to go after Visas first, then Starkiller.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about Darth Vader doing much damage because his first turn he's always gonna open with Force Crush whenever he kills him.
Yeah, and he'll only do the one
fine.
hit. Well, he'll do 2 hits though between the basic that he'll do on the generator and then a crush at the end. That'll be 2 attacks. Shout out to the tactical earpiece. Yeah, guilty. That's right. Calvin used Gungans to Slacker. Wait, to what? To slap Slacker, Pirate King, Hondo, and Leia? Really?
Well, how many accounts does he have again?
Well, first I want to be sure that that's typed correctly, because if so, holy shit, dude. Alright, we got a 200% critical damage cron with turn meter for this. How's that sound to you?
Sounds like a lot of dead people soon.
Okay, we'll move GG to the reserve position. This over here, that means JML becomes the plan of record for Jedi Master Mace. We move on. And away we go. That's fine. Oh, yes. Well, I mean, there is, yes, always the possibility of that, yes.
Yes.
As one does.
As
one does. Yes, quite. Sure, we'll go ahead and do the... gosh, it almost seems a waste.
Was I right or was I right?
Yeah, I mean, the 200% critical damage is broadly dismissive of everything that they're doing here. So, kind of disturbing. Woo. Anyway, how are you, buddy? Oh, he's getting his cooldowns reset. So he's just stuck crushing like a dumbass.
Yeah, that's why I said he is not going to do anything.
You
He's
can't beat
effectively
that with
even
a stick.
making it worse.
You can't beat that with a stick. All right. And then probably sit the Traya then?
I mean, now that you've got the chance, he can try bounty hunters because you can afford them.
I don't like that way of thinking because I don't know how things are going to go against the stuff up top. Like, his Ahsoka with a support cron is going to keep my Drogon exposed.
My reasoning for it was purely so that you can keep C safe in case Mars fast fails. The C-Bane will clear a lot better.
C-Bane will deal with it, yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't want C here.
Will normal Bane fail? Is Bane without C?
I got with you. Somebody else will have to chime in. Only 2 accounts.
Guilty. Broadly dismissive. Meets expectations. Nice. Yes. Zach says, hey, Tass and others, what are you guys planning to mod the Stranger with? Immediately, straight out of the gate, knowing no better, it's going to be health and offense sets. 3 health primaries and a crit damage triangle. With as much offense and speed, very much like a Malicos set. Very much like a Malicos set. There you go. Kabuto Khans. Utini, very good. Yes, whale. All right. Yeah, your Gungans beat Jabba easily under 2 minutes. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Alexander Robertson keeps saying going back to just doing gas mirror. And I wonder what you think about that. Just attacker cron, or I could do a tank cron. I just don't have 5 cron to mirror it, so probably 5-0 first. Attacker.
Gas mirrors even before this, and I like it even less this set.
He said it was like a 60 or a 61. Obviously, this would be much.
Believe him. But yes, best of luck. I believe you will win.
He's saying
but I don't believe that you'll get away with 60.
Alexander says my gas won't sit. I don't understand why. Why would that be? Like, without CRex here to restore protection, what's the... Maybe I should bring that tank cron.
What cron was he using?
He said attacker or tank, but if we're specifically trying to have gas not sit, wouldn't that require the tank cron?
No, tank cron...
oh, no, because he's not a tank. Yeah, gas isn't the tank.
Yeah. Was he using full 501st?
He did say full 501st, yeah. Something like armor penetration. But we don't have that, so we this. We would have damage. But without health. No, the health isn't really an important factor, but we would prefer to have bulk. So it would be like this cron, yeah? So if we were going to do it, it would look like that. Yeah, CRex does give out buffs and would charge up the gas. It's true. You're not wrong. I'm still missing, though, unless we're running the tank. No, I don't understand. Without CRex on our team, how are we restoring protection to gas such that he never sits? What's up with that, Alex Robertson? I don't know that makes sense to me yet. All right. Does this lineup change how you mod Starkiller then? Or still both of them having offense sets? My Starkiller hasn't had an offense set in some time, only because I put him into the speed set so that I could have that relatively tight clocking of Starkiller pretty fast and just ahead of Mara Jade, so that I could have that Starkiller cleanse ahead of Mara Jade crowd control, stuff like that. Why an offense set instead of a speed set for Stranger? I mean, you don't want to say that speed is bad. I'm saying that I'm starting from a position of offense. Like, he's an incredible attacker, and I feel like he has a lot of reactivity. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit that's just going. He's gonna get bonus turns. I don't remember his kit all, but when the impression that I had reading through his kit was speed's good on this guy, but he has a lot of reactivity for an attacker, and people are going to die because he's going to get to take turns. So for me, that speaks to me more to use an offense set. It could be that speed is going to end up being the meta choice. We had a similar discussion when Darkrai was new. And I think a lot of us had speed for quite some time. Then the meta shifted to that Dracron that was dominant for a time. And it made you really want to push the offense on her because the threat of her being able to push multiple lightnings with that true damage was horrific. And then we saw with the rise of Pirate King that having more health and defense on Dre is most important for that matchup. All this to say, nobody should be telling you that they know for sure what the right way to mod Stranger is. We don't even know the kit for Spiderlegs Maul, who's the missing piece for the quote-unquote intended team. So, yeah, pick where you think is good. If you're thinking offense, maybe even crit damage, I think offense is probably better if you're thinking more damage set-wise. I've heard some people talk about full health. I think that's probably the least powerful way, because yes, he does have true damage built into his kit based on his max health, but I think trading away too much offense for that is waste. Likewise, too much speed traded away for that is waste. So yeah, like fast offense set, strong offense secondaries, 3 health primaries if you can. I don't know what that speed's supposed to look like yet. I tend not to really give recommendations until I've got the character in hand and I can start throwing sets on and seeing where things land and try to look for those thresholds, those breakpoints that make me feel confident in what I'm doing. No stronger opinion until then. So hope that helps you. Oh, you go with the support cron, says Desicrim. Let's have a look at that real quick. I might even have one of those. They're all turn meter, which I guess isn't the end of the world. Protection and crit damage suits our interest, actually. So, blah, blah, blah. Whenever a non-support ally is critically hit, grant them prod up backing. Start of their turn support. Health. So, I see where the protection up's coming in. But what's the... Stop gas from sitting, I think, when non-support is crit. Yeah, maybe. Okay, there's a few of you saying that. Okay. I'd be willing to try that.
The issue with that is enemy Gek is going to run stupid fast now because you're just essentially handing out 20 buffs every single time.
But aren't they handing out buffs too? Like, they've got CRex there, right?
Yeah, CRex hands out buffs, that's fine. But your level 6 hands out 3 buffs to every single player. Mm-hmm. Every spot starts. There's more than one spot here.
But would you say that the turn meter that I have that he doesn't, does that give you any more confidence in this?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I'll guess what's said or not. But yeah, I don't believe in this at all.
You don't believe in this at all? That gives me confidence, guys. There's a lot of things that Shake said, I wouldn't do this, I've never heard of this, and then that shit works. Whereas, there's also been things where Shake's like, this works for me every time, and then it fails for me. So, we have, we use him as the canary in the coal mine sometimes. Also, we occasionally do follow his advice, and it works.
Yes. But yeah, best of luck. I wish you all the best.
So this is one way that we can go. The other way to go is basically Sith Eternal solo. Something like Eidenkron, 80% max health, some defense on it. Something like that.
I like this more.
You like this more?
Because I won't see gears. Because I don't trust Mazadon.
Okay. I dig that. I dig that. We'll take that advice. All right, guys. Let's hit go on this one.
I at least believe this will win. I just don't believe that you're gonna get good.
So if we can get past, if we seat his gas and we can get past his 5s with, like an arc basic or something, we would try and just blitz out CRex real quick. And then go from there. Sound about right?
Best of luck.
All right, that's a vote of confidence if I ever heard one. Here's my gas. Been a while since we used him, but he is still modded for the business. I miss this guy. I want to make him Relic 10 one day, but you know, just no.
You can be your next Relic 10.
No real case for him yet. Got other priorities. All right, off we go. Let's see how this ends up. We are first, he said. Getting to do nothing. Good, good. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll call you. Good, good. I like how you take no damage.
I like how you're first.
Yeah, fascinating stuff.
Yeah, I like how you're doing also 0 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
But fortunately, all of their everything haven't gone for, you know, before any of my everything, so at least I don't have cooldowns now. That's great. Yes. We're not losing protection, I believe was the quote from the viewership.
Yeah, I'm proud to say I was right, so everybody can go fuck themselves.
Right, please get this
All
out.
you fuckers sake. This bullshit.
Now, this is outrageous that, like, Rex hasn't taken a single turn yet. I would actually prefer that you guys sit gas here just beforehand. That's good, because now I get a quick pull-up right there. That's a big deal for us, in fact. Keep this for the moment. There's no choice on anyone to hit.
So, that's fine.
That's right, no counters because of that. 5s is not active. Taunt. High. No, that's not exactly what I'm going for. Okay. High again, part 2. Could use you dying. Gotta admit, not really the droid I'm looking for, friend. Minute and a half in, no meaningful damage. It's good. I'm fine, you're fine, we're all fine. How are you?
This CRex. Yeah.
You just gotta believe,
that
man.
the Immortal not sitting gas has been really great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, your gas hasn't taken any damage whatsoever. So far.
Actually, he is pretty stout at this particular moment. Okay, have a seat. You there. Check out that guy. Almost there. Stay on target. Yes? Oh, God, yes. Please. Not that. No.
Alright.
Son of a bitch. Ruined my life.
Alright, so very unlikely.
So far, so good. Yeah. Can't ignore. So you gotta
I do love that your gas has not done a single special.
Is it possible to kill him right now? Because he's taunting?
Killed him.
5s.
No.
Right, yeah.
No.
Dodge. Yep.
You cannot kill him.
Yeah, we were also blinded, I think, so that's the reason. Yep. Blind is a leading factor in not being able to kill things with physical damage. Or anything, really. Alright, we sit. High. The timing on that's actually very nice. I appreciate you.
Yes.
The opportunity is not with us yet. Come on. I need a little bit more. Come on. Have we been hitting the wrong Rex this whole time? We have.
Yes, you have. It was funny the entirety of the time, but yes.
Yeah. And you obviously knew that because you said stuff, so that makes sense. Minute to not win it.
Yeah.
It'll have to be the most titanic slam ever to come out of this guy at the end of the day.
This would have been an attack kill. You might have.
Yeah, probably so. Clearly the support was not the panacea as advertised.
Yeah.
Gotta be...
Right.
I want to point out that I'm not mad.
Yeah, no, not at all. Why would you ever be mad?
This thing is outrageous.
Alright, now is the part where you all die.
Probably, yes. Okay. I think so. Yes. Could have used it. I think there was a mistake. The Rex middle was the move to use it beforehand. Can we get this?
Can I say how much I love the fact that your guest has not done a single special so far?
Yeah, that has been fantastic. All right, let it be known.
Big fan. Overall.
This is why you can't listen to people. We were hitting the wrong CRex, but we were hitting the wrong CRex to be sure, but that wasn't what was wrong here, folks. That wasn't what was wrong.
Yeah.
Now the question...
I'm just stuck with my, don't do this shit.
That is the case today. All right. The viewers were wrong. Woefully wrong.
Big surprise.
CRex, Echo 5s. Maybe you guys are stacking a ton of health on your gas and putting that on defense, in which case CLS appreciates your donation to the cause. But yeah, it's that gas won't sit if he gets the prot up while at 0 true prot. Oh, I see. But unless you have a large basis of health, that prot up is going to be punched through like super easily, right? All right, Blue Heart on YouTube says, "Hey, Tass, just wanted to say thanks for streaming such high-end GAC. I love the planning aspect of the game and all the cool defense comps I can try out down in Erodium. Glad you enjoy, man. Thanks for tuning in." Supportcron charged him. I said tank or attacker. You did. Others were... You did say tank or attacker. That is true. And attacker could have perhaps bent our way, I think. Yeah, we'll never know now. All right, so the question is, do I... take the second drop here by attempting bounty hunters for the sake of science, or do I just go in with the C solo at this point? What do you think?
Yeah, you already doing it, so there you go.
Sorry?
You're already doing the bounty hunter, so my opinion is...
No, I'm not already doing it. I'm loading it up for the sake of discussion. Like, this is what I'd be using here. What do you guys think? Yeah, I definitely misidentified my Rex's Desecrim. That may have prevented me from killing him expeditiously.
I don't believe it for a matter, because you weren't even close to pulling the other ranks. So, I would imagine the guy with more
also
health
the attacker
is not going to die.
The attacker.
Yeah, sure. Attacker. Yeah, maybe. Attacker crown would have meant you would have possibly won.
Yes.
Well,
so
you will never know.
As far as Datacron goes, the finest defense I can offer is this. Did I calculate the speed of the CRex, and are you 100% sure you're ahead? Yeah, I mean, the CRex is what, 392? Yeah, 392. I got like 340 boss grief, 340 and 341, and plus 85 from Zam. Let's check the math on that. 355 times 1.2 times 0.2. 85 speed being shared out, so incredibly faster we are. What do you guys think? DJ says, folks vote science and I vote win. I mean, the surer win is using Sith Eternal. The question is, if I did that, do I dare risk the C solo? Ace Combat says, you would vote for winning, TJ. Scumbag. All right. I give the floor to you guys. Give me your takes on this. If we do Sith Eternal, I'm so curious about the bounty hunter thing. But the Sith Eternal is probably the last way through. You vote for winning 2. Yeah, so here's the thing. If this drops, then I don't have that much more margin, right? We'd have to be almost flawless for the rest of it, which we are not going to be. But if this works, that would be slick. Because I've always enjoyed doing this counter.
You vote whatever you like. Just
the danger to us is really the 5's damage. But that's going to be mitigated by all this defense. You vote 2 or less, says Slugger Player. Yeah. You want to see me win. I appreciate that. You don't want to see me bleed. All right. What do you? If this was in your hands, Shake, what would you be doing?
my bounty hunters aren't dialed. I like you.
Sorry.
So my bounty hunters aren't even modded that well. I like
Yeah.
you.
No. I'm not asking you. Would
I'm
you
not a
do
big
this? I'm
bounty
asking
hunter.
what would you do?
I mean, how much do you think is longer in the back, and how confident are you in your mods? Here's my answer.
I'm confident enough in my mods
Like
that I
this.
would try it. Yeah, I would try it, and I mean, we got to learn anyway, right?
Yeah, in that case,
In that case, you would use Sith Eternal here.
yeah. If you think your mods would work, there's no reason you won't see.
So it would be Maz, Hicks, Bane, SM33, and Ithano. What do you think about that?
I don't believe in mods. I just watched 5 different people fail. But I also know that
I do worry.
You know,
I do worry about the effectiveness without Quiggle.
and it's not just Pirate Cron, because Leon ran with Attacker Cron, I ran with Pirate Cron, and I ran with Sports Cron on 2 different accounts. And I also saw somebody mention various other crons as well. So
All right, so it sounds like if we need to keep C Bane for that purpose, then I should attempt this.
yeah, I mean, if you think your boss is built different and will win, go for it.
Well, I do think SM33 is going to help a lot. I think Bane can do a serviceable job of tanking, but he doesn't do for us what Quiggle does. So if you had to run that counter, like I understand you're not generally warm to that counter in general. By the way, folks in the chat, please fill in the blanks if you know better.
All right, so I'm just gonna kink some shit real quick because I don't feel good, but I'm hearing a lot of garbity goops and shit like that. The thing with the Maz versus the LV is you're not being able to bypass the Scorch, and that's what comes in. A lot of what you need, Tass, is based on what you have on defense.
Yeah,
so
if I can't use OG Hondo to lock down Oppo off rip,
it's not even about the Hoppo itself, it's also the Scorch. And yes, the Smee and the Quiggle are the things people are doing. That's what people aren't telling you. I did it myself and had basically had the fight almost won. And that's against a properly set up team, R10 LV, all of those things. To me, it's not worth the risk. Be careful because you don't have your OG Hondo and you don't have these other things. And I also did the healer side. So I went a properly set up team with healer on the old school. Smee was dead off rip. They got to ult super quick, and it's gross. I did not finish the fight, but I know where my mistakes were held out. But I had basically 2 people left by the time. My Maz alone was killing characters left and right. So again, I would not risk the Maz versus the LV.
Then we have to go with this. Then we have to run with this. We're going to have to.
I'm just telling you, it's like, but I'm listening to the things like it does. Yes, it can work. People are giving you base information that they're seeing, which, in my opinion, is incorrect.
Sure. No, I appreciate that. Thank you. And you know, we got folks in the chat saying if they were going to run this counter, they would drop out Zam for probably a more capable bounty hunter. The thing is that this Omicron is passing a ton of stats, including the amount of speed that is required to make this work. If you guys have seen me run this counter, you need exactly this comp And you can do this against. You can do this against.
You should listen to your chat less. Yes, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
and I'm saying you should listen to Snake less too. Tell Shake to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
It's
like y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, I can only
out.
say what worked and didn't work for me.
But that's why I wanted to come in and clear it up.
Yeah,
Moz can work. Just be careful. And this shit here, dropping Zam is a ridiculous statement, and folks should also be quiet because in the Omicron, reason I asked about the thing is it's built into her Omicron. There is no, can you remove that? Because no, you will never hit the speed check that I asked about for CRex on his Omicron without Zam.
Yeah. So yeah, this counter really requires the speed.
This is gone.
Yes.
This crown requires. Shut the fuck up, the both of you. This counter requires the Omicron speed handed out from Zam to be faster. Whether or not this is gas full 5.0 first or with CRex, the only hope you have of being faster than this team is with the Zam Omicron for sure. Yeah,
I say win, but yeah, the Moz is not the way to go.
If this is the way, all right. Well, we're gonna try and see if I'm completely off base. There's something else happening here. Why the thing we didn't understand was off rip. Why did they outrun us? We had 25% turn meter and they didn't, and then they just outran the shit out of me. So whenever a clone trooper or Phoenix ally is inflicted with a debuff. So it had to have been the support cron.
Yes, you ran support cron, and
the support cron inflicts the tenacity down and
you
shit.
Debuff them.
So that's it.
Debuff them and buff yourself up.
Cool. All right, I'll let you get back to it, buddy. I just had to clear that up, man. That was annoying.
Yeah.
So, have fun.
Thank you for
have fun getting it done.
Sharing that, DJ.
I appreciate it, man. Okay, so you're gonna never a clone trooper or Rex. So that's why we have to be so careful to not hit any of the clones until gas is gone. So no AoEs from Zam and shit of the kind. That's what's important here. All right, let's see if let's kick the dust off this one and see if it works.
All right, best of luck.
All right. Away we go. Old school. Hi, please don't kill me. If I do this, it's bad. So I'm just going to basic, because anything else will be punished. 1, 2, 3. We want to call one of the double attackers. We'll call you. And pop you up. All right. Not the best scenario. Oh shit! Hear it? Ooh, here it comes. All right, come on. Give it. No taunt. Yeah, no taunt to save us. And we got the cooldowns pushed back. All right. So, what was it here? Yeah, we didn't inflict any debuffs on anybody else.
It was a 5 assist.
It was the what?
5s that pushed him through.
He's gonna counter, so I don't want to hit him. More taunt with everybody. That's fine. See what happens here. If
you
it's...
can still just
Yeah. That's what I was going for. So we'll see what happens. No, don't hit him. Hit anybody else. Stop hitting him specifically. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. This is gonna push turn meter? Not really. Let's stealth. You son of a bitch. This? He said to himself. Aha! Alright, all worth it. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a damned liar. How do we want to do this?
Yeah.
It's possible to control them, but our best move would be to force out Fox. Which is going to be tough. As he is a prick. And a tough prick at that. This, call you. Almost. Not quite. Okay. Now, how about that? How about that? Yeah, how about that? Okay. Not my faves. Expect you all to land. Brittany alone. That's fine. And that means we all get blinded. Right. That makes sense. We can't kill. If we snipe anybody else, it just forces 5 sacrifice, so let's just kill CRex. Guys, this could have gone incredibly worse.
So much worse.
I think we can all agree. The heart of the champion is with us. So, that being said, leaderless Wampa? Wampa?
Yeah, Wampa's here. That's something.
High health. Thinking dark side attacker, or just some stupid high health thing like this. Wow, who is that for? Oh, I know who that's for. Apparently don't. This one's okay. Wampa with attacker Crom beats Iden. I mean, I believe that. I don't think I'll be seeing Iden. But really cool to see the limitations here. So wait a minute. You understood something that I don't think I fully understand yet, Jay. How is it that gas got ahead? Because typically what you're doing is you hit the contract and you're able to push enough turn meter through Mando's unique such that Mando's able to get out ahead and snipe gas. This is all before he takes his first turn.
Clearly, that didn't happen, as we all saw.
Yeah, not disputing it. Not disputing it. Saying why. Why did that happen? Because that's a good
okay, so.
Oh, shit. Game, man. Okay. All right. So 0 plus 2 plus 36, I think, is the story there. All right.
So that's the only.
The only what?
The only issue that happened here was you debuffed gas by stunning you. Okay. Daunt on.
It fed turn meter. Is that what that is?
5s. No, once you debuff gas, it forces Daunt.
And then that forced the blind. But so what about forcing those debuffs on us gave turn meter? Let's go back. Let's take a look at the cron at least. Pull that up on screen.
Yeah. You're saying.
That's your mic is just screwed right now.
That?
Oh, you should
know. Lost. Oh, whenever 5s loses Daunt, he removes 50% TM from all enemies.
Did we cause him to lose his taunt, though? Did we cause him to lose it somehow?
He can gain Daunt while gas is standing.
Oh, so he gains it, but then it's immediately dispelled, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's immediately dispelled.
That makes sense.
You get
that's complicated mechanics. That's really cool. Okay. That is really cool. There's finally a consistent condition that threatens the bounty hunter counter to this when you have the appropriate level of speed. That is a good learning. That's actually an exciting piece of information. We did have Bosk and Grief mass assist before OG Mando's turn, I think. Let me think about this. Oh, shit. I think you might be right.
You did,
I think I think you're right. I might have made him accidentally too fast. Hold on. So it's... No, it shouldn't be that. Well, it's the turn meter gained is the issue.
You were fine on speeds.
No, because here's what it is. I think you're right about that. So he's too fast. I've got to think about that. That's never happened before, though. Nah, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I think I might have just made him accidentally. So he's 321. 321 is 20 speed off of like my Boss Grief. Yeah, we did taunt with... Oh, no, you do need to taunt first with Bosk. Yeah, Dartman, you do. Because Grief goes right after, and Grief uses the mass assist, which then triggers Bosk, which triggers his mass assist. And that should give you enough turn meter such that... Oh, no, we did have everything go correctly. It's just that the turn meter gain that we just described fed into gas caused gas to go. He used his special and pushed our cooldowns back. On Mando's first... No, wait a minute. I want to say on his first turn we did get to use his special, so you are used... But I'm used to doing that.
You did.
I'm used to doing that. That's not something that's out of the ordinary to use his special. Let me think about this.
You have to do that special. He gets a second turn.
Yeah,
after
from
boss
turn meter generation.
Stuff is done.
And so the whole reason it didn't work...
That was fine.
The whole reason that this counter failed is because of this interaction where fives can't gain taunt. So when the Kron tries to force it onto him while gas is still standing, it's immediately dispelled and removes 50% turn meter from my team. That's how we got screwed. That's the problem. Good stuff. I really like that. All right, and you know what? Doing this way has, I think, arguably put us on a better foot for dealing with the rest of this board, because you saw that he has Slacker back here, which is fascinating. He attempted something. Wow. Interesting to know what he used to get through. That'll be fun to read about. Man. Oh, that's a really cool learning about the gas thing. That's an interesting interaction. I'm just going to knock this fight out real quick, guys. Actually, I'm going to perform better on this fight next time, because today I get the materials to level up Saj again. We'll take a quick detour on this. More chat with you guys. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. God, that was interesting. Siege of Gas. I don't know that I'd feel good about trying CLS. What do you think? CLS attacker against this? How do you feel about that?
No.
No.
Not with CRex. CRex and debuffs just don't go together, especially since the current Kron punishes debuffs even more.
Yeah.
It's just asking for trouble.
That's interesting.
That's even...
Stressing out.
That was not an interaction I saw coming.
Sorry?
This was not an interaction I saw happening until like you lost PM. So that was funny.
Absolutely. This is for me, this is the best possible case scenario for science. Like, yes, we struggled through that. It's still possible to get a win. So it didn't necessarily cost me the fight. And it's actually a really important lesson. Like, that's a really significant lesson. Wow. I've been wanting gas to come back to the meta for a long time, guys. Been wanting this. If R10 gas near future, maybe. Nice new record score.
Do you need to get 100% to get the material we need, or what?
No. So you hear, well, I'll be like rank 4 tomorrow is what that's going to end up looking like.
Oh, okay.
I just knock out the first one real quick. And we're taking a quick detour here. Just knocking these little fights out. So feel free to ask some questions, guys. We're just chilling for a couple of minutes. We'll plan out the rest of the board. So what, like JMK versus Slacker, I guess? Do I have GK? No, I don't. So we expose ourselves to some risk there. What are the other viable options? Bane. We see that there's a Queen Amidala here, which is one of the targets that I had expected in terms of reserving that. Now, we do have Queen Amidala of our own, so that's something I wasn't necessarily thinking about. Any fun place for Forlom and Zuckuss? I think that the Forlom and Zuckuss is going to come into use with the all-new, like Dadbod Boba-led new Asajj bounty hunter team. And then there's one more bounty hunter we need to round it out, right? That would be our next one. And then you'd have 2 bounty hunter teams, 2 full bounty hunter teams, which, I don't know. I still don't know how much service either character is going to see in Kyber 1, to be honest. Like, there's great teams that don't get used these days. Hey, baby, good to see you in the chat, man. How you doing? Happy New Year. All the best to you. Lord Megatron, Happy New Year, Tass and chat. Right back at you, man. Steven says, you know level 8 in Coliseum you can't beat. Might see it here. Yeah, some days I'm actually on level 8 already. So you can see that I was just on the cusp of making it there. And when I finish today's quest, I'll gain enough of that Xeric ability module to take her up to the next era level, which means I might be able to cross that finish line. We'll all find out together. So what is the purpose of Forlom and Zuckuss since Asajj lifts Boba and Gak but calls out no tanks? What team? Oh, that's an excellent point. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're interesting kits, but they're not seemingly good enough. I've seen people force the issue and put them in with like an Afra team and stuff like that. I've not been impressed though. I don't think that it was ever part of a threat condition that I was worried about. The corrupted translation looks really cool, but for whatever you're using to counter Afra, for example, if you're setting them with Afra, you're generally shutting the whole team down before Forlom or Zuckuss get a turn, so it's not really an issue. Steven Swoga says, you can beat Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano with bounty hunters with Zuckuss lead. I remember seeing that video a few weeks ago, but was that considering set 25? And if so, is that considering the now nerfed level 6 attacker Kron? Was that a factor anywhere in there?
It was inconsistent before, and it's even worse now. It works. But it's shit. You're not gonna be able to put it off of anyone that's got them off.
If you're competent to tell us what made it inconsistent and why is it worse now?
So it was based on a fucking bug of all things, right? It's still not been fixed. The only reason it was working even in general was because the tank guys bugged. So. And the issue was you need to get lucky in between that your Ahsoka doesn't come in between you and Aurra taking a turn, right? Your first 2 go, but third is Aurra, and sometimes Ahsoka can take a second turn or a first turn before that, right?
Okay.
That will just mean you're fucked. Because you'll read Daunt, and then you're just stuck behind that Daunt for a bit too long.
I got you.
So, it's
now you're breaking up a bit now, buddy.
Even without that.
Breaking up a little bit. That's probably you watching my stream here in Discord, stressing out your connection, if I had to guess. But Ziltoid the Omniscient, good to see you in the chat, man. How you doing? Happy New Year.
No. And that's me running my dominance in the background.
Yeah,
whilst I was doing that.
Bebe in the chat says, Happy New Year, too. Hope we meet this week. That's right. We're in the same bracket, Bebe. It would be a pleasure. Look forward to that, man. I mean, wish it was in a less, like, completely fucked Datacron situation. But, yeah, it is what it is. I feel like the no tanks items are just a 3 versus 3 cover your ass. Not really a required thing to craft the team around, but we will see, says Phil. Okay, yeah. Kabuto Khan says, do you have any tips for me to beat the Stranger half Sector 4 boss without Grand Inquisitor? Pretty sure I just overwhelmed it using something like Slacker, something like that. I want to say you can definitely max out that Conquest box without maxing either the Stranger feats in the middle of Sector 4 or the Traya stuff in the middle of Sector 5. I'm pretty sure I got away with that. As soon as I die here, I'll take a look and confirm for you whether or not I'm completely full of it. All right, so we're a little bit higher for that, but not quite into rank 8. Yes. Conquest. Yeah, already done. Sector 4. Yeah, I'm missing well, I guess I got the feats done, so I'm missing the banner. But I want to say I would have used something like Slacker to overwhelm this. Don't use JMK. That would be goofy. Alright, Sector 5. Yeah, this Traya stuff, I really tried to not mess with too much. Like, these feats are a nightmare. And I remember getting one of them done last time. I remember it not being worth it because I was like, wait a minute. There are any number of other feats that I could have finished to get this done. Like, look at this. I could easily finish this one for another 15 banners that I'm most of the way to. We don't have the Sector 3 or Sector 4 feats finished. There's another... Oh, no, that's just the ones around Traya there that I guess we're missing. But yeah, like, this is such an easy conquest, guys. I mean, no Galactic... GL, no Inquisitor, but I saw a lot who beat him with Big Legend. Yeah, I think I used Slacker, man, if I had to guess. All right. Fun time is over for side quests. Let's get back into the main effort. This is incredible. So, he must have used Jabba or Leia, right? He must have used Jabba or Leia to do this. That must be it. So we have ourselves some options to reformulate this wall. This is cool. If we have no other drops, we'll finish squads. If we score decently on banners otherwise, don't have any other drops, it would be something like, we'll be like 10 banners up. Let me do the quick math on that. So he dropped 20 on the first, plus 1, plus 0, plus 0, plus 0. Dropped another 7, plus 7, plus 20. That's the other drop. A 67, so I consider that, what, minus 2 off of this? That's the proper way to account for that. Then a 64, so plus 1, then a 65, plus 0. Then a 42 on top of the 3 he got, so that's plus 0 banners dropped. 298 was, so another 7, plus 7. So we dropped a total of 54. The 2.5 drops. So I have 1.5, right? Like, that's, you know, in terms of banners lost, 30. So I've got a whole drop of banners if I have no other drops. That's kind of what we're going for here. So if I can be really careful, that would be neat. All right, Cere. You were just asking where you might see Forlom or Zuckuss. Here you go. Zuckuss is an unaligned force user, so technically right is the best kind of right. Here, crew, Maul. So we're not using Bane here. This is very interesting. Here, crew, Maul, Malicos, and Zuckuss. OKR, Ray, OSF. Interesting. Bugs. Queen, Grandmaster, Lumi. I kind of want to open. So we do have our own Queen Amidala to make use of something. It is interesting. I think Queen deals with JMM. We're going to have to check a couple pieces of homework. Yeah, sorry you're kind of stuck on that boss there, Kabuto. Anybody have any helpful suggestions for Kabuto to beat the Sector 4 halfway boss without Grand Inquisitor, he says?
What does Grand Inquisitor do in there? I haven't even fucking used Inquisitor.
Greyport says I use Gungans to beat the Stranger Sector 4 and a few other teams, but it's all about your data discs. Yeah, mine are just basically about stacking offense and stuff. Then Altabi in the chat says...
Weak spot of random shit.
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, I'm just saying weak spot and random stuff.
Yeah.
Understandable, but yeah.
Then Altabi here says, hey Tass, sorry for being late. Just finished my round. Found out some interesting things and that I probably have to reroll half of my crons. The things on there just don't fit the purpose. Do you have similar problems? Not so far. I was very fortunate in that my guild gave extremely granular guidance on what they wanted for all of our set 25 crons after the infinite rerolls basically came out. So I had most of my set 25 crons reserved by the guild, and then they told me what they wanted on every stat roll on the 369. It could not have been more clear. So I rolled all those things, and yeah, I think I should be covered. That's the way I want to look at it.
By the way, to the guy that was asking about Sector 4 fun.
Yeah.
Boss. You can do Veer's range, Beard, Gideon, and Geobuddha fun.
Veer's Troopers, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, just remove Dark for Geo. You can thank... Who runs Smoke Live?
You're kind of breaking up again.
I forget it. Bit Dynasty, that's who you can thank.
Yeah, that's a good one. Bit Dynasty will save us all.
Yeah, I just looked up on his... what he... Yeah, I'll drop it in the Twitch chat. If you don't mind.
Sounds good. Malicos 7, situate the con. I'm incredibly impressed, whatever he did to kill. So that must have been something like Leia into Jabba or Jabba into Leia? Something like that, trying to guess. Okay, look at this. Bane Sass seems to be one of the better options here. They used this Darth Vader cron, which as I recall featured a lot of defense. So crit damage and defense, huh? I think it's probably the crit damage that's doing the majority of the lifting here, so I think we can find a very fine substitute elsewhere. Eidencron getting service. I can see that, the 80% health. Sounds baller. Can we crank up the relics to 8? See if that narrows the band any. It still looks like Bane's our most reliable option. You see, I worry about... Yeah, JMK can go wrong. So perhaps Bane Sass goes here. The opportunity exists to do Jedi Master Mace versus Depa. They have 25% turn meter, though, so I think they could get out ahead. That would be actually really cool to do the math on, because if I'm right, if we are fast enough... Ooh, this is interesting. So 320. Who's the fastest? That's what I need to... 283. There's a plus speed in here for her, isn't there? Just other stats, not speed. Specifically, not speed. So it's not you, but you, 281. I want to say, yeah, you gain 30% turn meters, so that's kind of a limitation. I think that's too much. 281, so what is that? 280, 55% turn meter gain, so 281 divided by 0.45. Effectively 624, which is gonna be faster than Sith Eternal going under his own power. What if I did 599? What's the bonus for Talon? It's just 20 speed, right? Not 30? Like 20 speed and 30% offense and health. Then Altavi says, I rolled mine mostly after yours. Don't know what teams they take for those crons then. For me, they haven't been very helpful. Okay, so you modeled yours after mine? Yeah, I can't exactly tell you 100% which ones are intended for which. That would be more or less giving you the guild guidance. I'm using them how it best occurs to me for Grand Arena, so I don't think what I'm doing is necessarily the same as TW. So you feel free to study my history and watch me live to learn how I'm applying these, but yeah, I can't tell you how I intend to line them up on paper, one for one. I'd probably end up telling you just guild guidance. Need way less dark side attacker crons and more light side ones. I kept an even number. I want to say like 7 or 8 of each. Something like that. Yeah. Alright, so this is too fast to attempt Sith Eternal solo, I think. Even if I took in Talon, it wouldn't make me fast enough to outrun this. So I appreciate that. That's a fairly clever approach. Isn't even overly potted. So nice. JMK can work against Saw. That's true. It could also be our solution for Cere, so I need to think about that. I wanted to say Riva was still the plan of record, so that's okay. The Bane Sass for Slacker. JMK maybe for Cere. What about Queen, though? We'll have to figure... So Queen could be Lord Vader. Lord Vader could also be used against Rey, Xeris. Like, we'll trivialize the healer cron and all that shit. It could get a little rough in the sense that we might lose Oppo. That I do worry about. But it's maybe a risk worth taking. So if I did that, where would Queen be applied? Yeah, so we got to check that one too. We got to check and see how does Queen fare against JMM. I want to say memory serves it being pretty good. JML Traya 64.5. Now I wonder how dependent that is on. Do you think Traya is still good for JMM?
You ran it, but it was a spot pro. Right?
You think the support is integral to what we're doing here?
No. I'm saying against GMM with support cron it worked. Against GMM with the attacker cron, I do not know how it would go.
Yeah. It would be very different.
Damage would be there. Very visible.
We do have Traya available. Yeah, Greyport. My guild gave requirements for 27 data crowns. I'm still working on those. Yeah, that could take time. There's a few of my patrons that were scrambling there towards the end of the hour for lock-in. There was fear. There was considerable fear. Yeah, Saw is an excellent counter to JMM, and I suspect... No, he didn't do that to me. Not today. Must have been having a fever dream. Oh, there's Queen. About to say, I thought I remember Queen being part of this. So, one of our issues is going to be making sure that the right character gets locked down, and I worry about that.
just have a weaker 5th?
Yeah, that's going to be the real
GMY
trick,
should be
isn't it?
weakest by...
Okay, so Jedi Master Mace potentially there. Or sorry, JML potentially there.
Also, I don't know how much Saul will be doing if he used him against CMM, considering now they can Daunt and Stealth to target you. And there's a ludicrously large amount of attackers in that team. As in 3 of them. That will all ignore Daunt, right?
Yes, provided that they're not debuffed.
They won't be debuffed for the opening.
Well, it's only Depa that's going to have a net 30% turn meter if I take a turn meter JMM cron in, right? Or JML cron.
Yeah.
So I'm not overwhelmingly worried about that.
That is fair.
Queen should work against Ahsoka, says Vin. You think so? You fought this? This is support cron here. Does that give you any pause? Because it's an incredible amount of health. Sorry?
Queen with Preload is going to be rough for you. Queen versus Preload support is going to be rough.
What if I'm also preloaded?
No, it's not even the preload, it's just support in general. I'm assuming you're going to take in a preload to match. That's not what But if some, like, if they can, whoever is, I don't even know what the fuck is that, like, if they can just expand on how that worked out, that would be more nice if it works.
Versus Queen. I think that's going to work out. Cere Malicos you wouldn't do, would you?
Against what?
Soft.
Riva? Let's Riva? Stick with Riva? I don't know what Cere Malicos.
Fair.
It would work, most likely. It worked before. It just sounds like a lot of banners suddenly going down the drain.
Fair. Fair. Okay. JMK and Lord. So I don't think I want to use Traya on any of these.
I agree.
All right. No better. It's Riva would be on Queen. All right. The first and most important decision would be to decide what to do with Rey here. Certainly not Queen. Lord Vader is an option. Cere Malicos is an option, but I do not have Starkiller to enhance him.
Well, what comp is this? I can't see it being interfaced.
This is Rey, Xeris, Swallow, Cal, and GK with the Xeris Cron.
Don't like. I'm with you on this. No Cere Malicos. I don't like it. Neither do I like the QA part of it because.
So you like neither Cere Malicos nor QA?
Yeah, personally neither, because yes, I mean Cere Malicos prevents revives, but you also don't have Starkiller. The lack of Starkiller is a big
it's damning.
concern.
So that would mean Lord Vader likely goes here.
They also have less damage, fair. I don't know how much that will matter. All things said and done.
The Mike says, good morning, Tassenix. Weird time for you to be doing Grand Arena. Yeah, I would not normally be doing this. Like on a normal week, I'd be working at this time of day. But yeah, I'm still off. I don't go back to work till next Monday. So here I am. Oh yeah, you're all getting drunk. Yeah, I'm enjoying a few sips. It's it's New Year's Day. I'm allowed to drink a little earlier in the day, I think. Night Sisters against Ahsoka. We don't have Night Sisters available. We don't have Great Mothers available. The Queen interests me, guys. Queen interests me for going after this Ahsoka. But are you certain? Because I don't know a lot about using Queen against full Ahsoka with Ezra ever since the Krennic support cron with that long text level 6 support. Ever since that left us. What do you think about that? Queen here. Jake?
I vote no.
Now, Guilty says, Cere works great against the Barriss Crom. I wonder if it works so great without Starkiller. I mean, granted, your AoE Dispel from Starkiller can critically strike and then trigger a new wave of crit immunity from GK. But we don't have Starkiller. So it'd be like Cere, Malicos, Al, Crew, Fulcrum. That's what it would probably look like. Does that sound like a recipe? Yeah, Maul's on defense. Maul's on defense.
Oh, right. Yeah. You did them all for this one.
Right. What do you guys think about that?
I vote no still, but...
yeah, you vote no still. Yeah, basically be Lord Vader there. So how does that force us to adjust? Because...
I will take other people's PoE more seriously than mine, because, I generally play differently than you, or not, in the first place.
Well, I guess let's set up to do Bane while we're debating this. Bane's sass looked really good last season, so I'm not going to question it. In the past, I may have done other things. I think we are really relying on that side to die ASAP, so let's help that along, shall we? As far as Cron goes, I've seen a variety of things. This one has high health, some crit damage, a little bit of defense, and more to the point, I've seen it win last season. So I'm thinking that. Yeah, exactly, Guilty. This is the risk I took setting that Dooku team, or that Darth Vader Starkiller team. I didn't have my Starkiller or my Maul, but honestly, I would have preferred the Starkiller. I would have felt more capable with Cere. I also thought about setting Cere Malik quite some time. So. What other counters of that did I see? We already moved on from. Good damage. Dark side. Accurate. Health. Good damage. Speed up on basic would be dope. This is a pretty sick cron, actually. Health, crit damage, armor penetration, speed up level 3. It isn't a ton of stats, but how does it differ? We're not really inflicting a ton of debuffs with. I wonder if it might not be better just to run with that Eigenkron then. I think, this might be the ticket. Fair enough, Guilty. As somebody whose Cere didn't even get seen, I can confirm she clearly stops clears. She gave her energy to the front wall. I appreciate that, Fatal. Yeah, I saw some of your match last night. Rough going, but appreciate the commitment to science. All right, we'll see how this goes. This could be the whole match if this one goes bad on us. You guys think this is the best Kron to use here? I do have attacker options, but obviously no data for using attacker. So we got that one equipped. We can go back to it easily. The biggest thing that other Kron had was health and some crit damage. So if I sort it by health, you'd be looking at this one. That's my designated Sith Eternal Kron, but C might not even get use. Surely it would be this one, so that we don't waste any. So 60% health instead of
health.
Yeah, it's about 20%, 22% less health in exchange for picking up a good chunk of armor penetration. What do you think?
I am positive that both would work.
You're positive what?
That both will work?
That both would work. Aren't you a lot of good? Do I have Baylan? He can take Rey with a support Kron, level 3 and dash. I use Baylan to 65 the opponent's Traya team. So no, we do not have Baylan. Good question.
I just did this. Might as well.
All right, let's do this and try the new thing.
Be the first.
I want to be the very best. I'm incredibly impressed with the Slacker on defense. Really cool.
And that was a lot of guts. Since he doesn't even have Star Killer? So...
What else says, I'd go with extra damage. I tried lots of health and it didn't go as well. Wasn't doing enough damage. I might take you at your word on that. We do have Dark Side Attacker with that available to us. Do I have one with the speed up, though? I mean, it's not mission critical, per se. Would you say this instead? One that's armor penetration and crit damage? Like this?
Can you look at what his stats are?
You need to see his stats?
Yeah, I want to see how much damage he has when it comes to his squad.
Yeah, it's all damage.
I would just keep the fucking health.
Well, full health and protection at the start of their turn. Yeah, they got the extra damage, but they won't be at full health and protection. They have all this extra offense. Sorry, you were saying you would take the health?
I would take the one you have over swapping it for pure damage.
Okay.
Because even without an optimized Kron was this, sometimes in the previous sets, you were getting closer to being a bit low. So,
all right, let's give it a go then and see what happens. We'll see you in hell.
Yeah, see you in heaven, your thoughts.
Hi, how are you?
Believe.
Okay. I've been better. Thank you. Stop. I forbid
believe in the victory.
Do we do the second instance of third ability here?
Yes, everybody does, but one, hopefully.
Oh,
yes, everybody does.
As it turns out, that was the correct move, party people, so nice. All right, we didn't lose the match right there. I'm delighted to report.
Yes. It was also pretty easy, all things said and done.
Yes, but this is, hey, measure twice, cut once, my old man used to say.
Yeah, in this case, measure 15 fucking times just to get in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So, what do I want to do for Cere? JMK is what is slated. The Bane worked there. Sith Eternal's a free agent, so all said and done, I would have been. We could not have known this before clearing the front wall, but I would have been okay to attempt Sith Eternal in some form or fashion against Gas.
Yes, you could have also just done, Maz on Traya.
Maz on Traya, true, but Well, yes, but that's only if it would have been valuable to have had Baylan. Are you seeing big value for Baylan on this board otherwise?
No.
Because if you don't, then I feel very good about how we use Baylan. All right. Darth Ataru says, also, totally random. I unlocked Starkiller last night and building the team's mods now. So I looked at yours for an idea. Does your potency cross on Cere help her kit? Oh, man. I hope that you were looking. You must have been looking at me when I had EW mods on, man. And anything goes when that happens. So you might have caught me at a weird time, but I'm pretty sure that's not what I'm rocking. Yeah. Full defense sets, 4 protection primaries. Designed to be dummy thick. Look at the size of us. You know, like 218,000, 19, I don't know. So, like really high life total, super low speed, almost 77% armor. So no, we're trying to bulk out, my man. Yeah, thanks for the encouragement, guys. Appreciate that. The idea of going with the extra damage clearly was good. In the past, I think I've struggled with that decision of, you know, if Sass dies before Bane has gotten 2 turns, do I use that third again or do I do middle into third? And clearly, nothing to regret with doing the third. So, yeah. No, we didn't do that, Hera. We didn't do that. All right, back to the job. So, if we are in agreement that Lord Vader seems the safest path through this ray, because I think you guys would say it would be JMK or Lord Vader at this point. Which implies Rebels here. Now, I guess we'll do the Attacker Crom, right? I mean, we could use the Jawa Crom, which is otherwise going unused. Attacker. Have one that is crit damage and health in a reasonably large quantity. 25% turn meter, 50% health, and 128% crit damage. This is the droid we're probably looking for. You have turn meter. We all have a turn meter. So how's this going to work? We get turn meter, and Jin gets to pass. Yeah, if we don't go with turn meter to meet theirs, then we can end up getting somebody unfortunately fractured. How is support affecting us? At the start of their turn, support allies dispel all buffs on all enemies. If evasion up. So this is going to continuously pull Drogon out of stealth. That's the issue there. I don't know that changes what we're doing. Why wouldn't I do the R2 Cron? Why would I do the R2 Cron? I'm a cutie. Like, yes, that level 6 ability is nice, but getting blown out because they have 25% turn meter and you don't is probably bad. Yeah. Support Cron does dispel our stealth. Drogon is admittedly more vulnerable. I take your point. That's what, you know, a ton of health, ideally, and your damage is supposed to do, you know, a large amount of health.
Basis. And the only swap I did was instead of passing to R2, I Jin passed to Drogon to one shot. Don't know how much you care about that passing.
Why?
Because I didn't feel like letting Ezra take a turn and starting with Fed on Drogon.
Yeah, you're yes. Yes. Okay. I can deal with that. So our priority targets would be to kill Exile Ezra, then General Syndulla, and that's both supports off deck. And then we don't have the Dispel going from that point forward. So
because I knew that because there is no point in passing to R2, right?
Yeah, right. You're knowing that by stealthing Jin, you're protecting yourself against this. So I take your point. Jin might not actually be. I mean, Jin Radis is probably not particularly all that great. I don't know, but we'll run it. We'll run it.
No. I Jin passed like Jin's specialty pass instead of R2. Just do it to Drogon.
No. I get it. Yeah, we're all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit the switch.
Oh, best of luck.
Justine Sandu. Miss Attila. I guess that's your way of saying hi.
That's one interesting way.
I just work here. All right, push over to you, and now we use him de Boomba. Rapid 515 fucking thousand. Get off my plane. My wife's looking at me like I'm insane, which is fair because I am. Value to stealth. Actually, rather strong here for the foreseeable future.
Well, you did forget.
Yeah, I didn't see the exile there, but sometimes it'd be like that.
It doesn't really matter.
Sap turn meter from you to possibly prevent the thing? No, we don't get to prevent the thing. Okay. What's important is that I'm not bitter. I really can't emphasize that enough. Okay, that's fine. Yes, please, obviously do that. Basic, and then what? Oh yeah, you going under stealth? Elite. Love that. Go for the... Can this be evaded? Yes, it can. So if I use it right now, I just get to miss for free. Let's go ahead and do this then.
I think his attack with generous can't be evaded off his
level out health by hitting this one. I don't think I can take your turn meter right now. I'm gonna go with no. Okay, that's fine. Keep hitting this one. Okay, by me. Keep hitting you, I guess? Yep. That was clearly an okay decision. Brappity brap brap. Shields up. I don't think that's required, but we do want to what? Well, you're not going to do anything. So, make this one go away? Yeah. That's enough out of you, buddy. Alright, and now it's a pretty standard fair fight. He'll never come out, though. Why don't you come up? Oh! Doom walks this world once more. If you know your Warcraft 3, you know your Warcraft 3. Say the name of the boss who says that if you know. If you don't know, be ashamed.
Yeah, I'm definitely not ashamed, but please, don't know at all.
Good stuff. All right, I'm glad to see that one wasn't really disrupted.
Suppose it does nothing, just like that does nothing.
Well, having everything line up correctly turn-wise, you got to bring that... I think that 25% turn meter was pretty indispensable.
If you weren't bringing preload, there's something wrong with you in this case.
Fair.
You know, brain issues are not part of guarantee or stuff working.
All right.
It'll be fun.
Is there craziness that makes it a bad idea for us to open up with ability block? Because I still feel like that's the move.
I feel like removing someone from existence. Yeah, the right move.
Are we saying the same thing?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's good. I appreciate you being straightforward. All right, armor penetration and crit damage is a good mix for these guys. Some health is not bad either. All right,
who's the first kill, by the way?
Sorry?
Kyle, right? You killed Kyle first, correct?
We're talking about Inquisitors versus Saw right now. That's what I'm lining up to do. You not seeing this on screen?
I'm seeing this. I'm saying go for Kyle first, or what?
Yeah. The fight tends to be fluid in terms of who ends up death marking themselves and stupid shit like that. So we'll find out together. Hugsy, hey, good to see you, man. Happy New Year's, Mr. Tassenix. Best of luck on your GAC, and hope you have a great year. Appreciate you. Likewise. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Brick Brack, hey, good to see you, man. Hey, Tass, how's it going? So far, so good. We had a couple drops on a gas CRex team up front. We, what was it? What was the first thing we did?
Gas mirror.
Oh, yeah,
It
gas
was
mirror.
suggested.
Yeah, gas mirror using a support cron. Now, I was advised to use either attacker or tank, and I had a couple people suggest support because the protection up that gas would get could potentially stop him from sitting. I think folks saying that have a lot more health modded onto their gas than I do. Because those protection ups were minuscule and we lacked effective damage. So I definitely could have done that mirror better, but what was interesting was after withdrawing, we went back in with bounty hunters because I've been doing that for a long, long time. And that has been consistent whether it is full gas or if it's gas with CRex. This time, with this meta, I think it's not a good idea. I was very fortunately able to snipe out both gas and CRex before everybody got wiped out. But the initial sequence that should have allowed me to snipe gas before he took a turn was disrupted by fives. That was a really cool thing to pick up. Dances with the Ewoks asks, do you think Stormtrooper Luke will be useful on Leia's team? That's really a popular question right now. I know that there are a couple streamers really considering it. I don't know. Jin Radis is staple for a reason, so it'll be tough. Yeah. Yep. Playbook, it was not MF Doom. In fact, it was, if you know your Warcraft 3 lore, that was Archimonde the Defiler. Mm-hmm. As he stepped onto Azeroth to kick off the Third War. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Heratran got it right. Archimonde. That's right. Playbook says, Gas Mirror is one of the worst matchups I've ever played. Yeah, it...
Thank you!
Listen, I remember bad things too.
Thank you.
But
Shut the fuck.
we all try things. We all try things that get recommended by the stream. And they can't all be winners. That's all I can really say. All right, let's see how this one goes. We've got some strong offensive stats, and let's hope that that's enough to counter all of the horse shit going on here.
I always wonder why either Chrono were something like that.
I used the attacker cron, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't like incredibly wowed in 3, so... Also, that.
Yes.
How's that grab you?
Yeah.
How's that for some analysis, friend? Now, ability block, not ability block.
He's got on the ability block instantly.
Oh my fucking god. These guys are not permitted by law to participate in the fight. What is it that we can do? I think we want to do this, because if I can somehow manage to get around to 7th next turn, I might be able to top off for that last banner. Nope.
No.
We tried. Alright, Reva was 64. Beautiful stuff. So Lord Vader there, JML here. JML might get a little weird. They can ignore taunt freely, so there's no reason to obsess about using a tank cron. We don't have to worry about that. JMK for Cere is fine. Queen Amidala becomes an issue now. If we do Lord Vader on Rey, then that means that I have a problem for Queen. Lord Vader would indisputably crush Queen. I need another option. I need another solution. So if JML is for JMM, and Lord Vader is for Rey, and JMK is for Cere, how do we deal with Queen? C solo, do it or you're weak? Is that the answer?
No, if the answer is right, you got gigs.
Is what?
Is to do JMK.
JMK versus Queen is bumpy, but I do have Mace available, so I won't get crippled by the stealth. That's fair. Let's see. Ben Grogu over on Twitch asked Fatal, what level 6 are you using for your Taldan Sisters versus Jabba? Do you think the long support level 6 is good? I can't tell if I like it because of the stealth. And then Fatal responded, Talzin Marin is making a bit of a super team at the moment, unfortunately. Oh, Great Mothers Marin, I see. They're all supports, so the stealth isn't technically bad, but honestly, attacker cron is a huge issue. I'm not sure I completely follow. Guys, let me take a couple minutes break before we press on. All the water and the bourbon is flowing. So let's take a quick break, shall we? And thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't touch that dial. All right, party people, I'm back. So, where were we? Catch up with the chat. Hey, Trevor, good to see you, man. Dances with the Ewoks says, do you think... Oh, yeah, we already covered that question. Hugsy says, that cutscene when he destroyed Dalaran with his sand mimic of it was nuts. Man, I'm telling you. Amazing stuff. And you... Few people had as formative of an influence over my understanding of like good sci-fi / fantasy writing as what was given to us by Chris Metzen from Blizzard Entertainment. This guy basically wrote the lore for StarCraft, Warcraft, and Diablo. If not by himself, he was the principal. Like, other people got to flesh out the branches of the tree that he created, right? And then he left Blizzard for a time, and now he's back. And I'm hoping that means good things in the next few years for the narrative arc of World of Warcraft, which I haven't booted up in a while, but I'll be around for the new expansions, stuff like that. My Fury Warrior looks like Baylan. Awesome. And yeah, I'm thinking it's good things for Blizzard storytelling in the near future. The question is, are they actually going to do anything with StarCraft and anything else? But yes, that cutscene with the destruction of Dalaran, incredible. Loved Warcraft 3 so much. All right. Yes, Playbook says R10 Marin gets drilled hard by the attacker crown. I saw that happen to you in 3s. I imagine it's all that more unforgiving in 5s. Playbook says, I moved her off of tenacity mods because it was so bad, but then she ended up on Great Mothers anyway, so the defense is neat to have. Yeah, I imagine it doesn't make a ton of difference how she's modded for the, whether or not it's all defense or defense tenacity. Probably the defense is better for use with Great Mothers, right? I have made some adjustments to my Marin in anticipation of taking her to Relic 10. Probably not in the next 1, 2, 3 Relic 10s, but the next like 4, 5, 6. Somewhere like there. So we've got her at zeroed out health. The least possible benefit given to debts. Tons of protection. Whatever amount of speed. 260. So I've had her at 270 for the longest time. But, when I do give her Relic 10, she'll be right back to it, plus having that much more life total. The defense is decent for what I've been able to roll secondary-wise on an otherwise full tenacity modding, but it's a long ways away from the kind of defense that Fatal's running. So, fair. Been a while since you've had to reconsider remodding Marin. All right. Let's get back into it. Where are we? 3:30, hour and a half to go. Quite a bit yet to do, so let's not, what is the term, faff about? Right, we were still hot onto a solve. What to do for Queen Amidala? Now, we have a healer cron, so there's revival threat. Wow. Yeah, revival threat and a shit ton of crit damage, man. Okay, talk to me. Say these. Then call it Division 1, call it 8, call it defense, and do you have turn meter? You have bulk. That's interesting. Specifically not turn meter. Very interesting. Do it like this. Oh, there's not going to be a level 3 bulk for me to select, is there? Include that shit. I ain't gonna see that. All right. Oh, Traya, 75%. People can't go into stealth. How much does that matter? AoE damage is going to be what it is. The issue is revival. We need to think in terms of revival threat. JMK, Great Mothers would be interesting. However, even in the previous meta, only 57%, and that's when we had a Night Trooper cron, so dubious. Traya, 88%. We do yet have Traya. What does this mean for us? Let's consider. Healing immunity on all enemies. That isn't great for us. We can dispel it, but you have 3 very fast healer allies. There's only 1 healer. So, if we were otherwise able to blitz out Luminara and we have permakill, she will not come back. Attacks out of turn mean protection disruption, not great. We have to destroy her early. That much is clear. Is Cere Malicos potentially a thing? Because I'm not really feeling... First of all, talk to me about, wow, multiple compositions that are getting the job done. Top of the heap, what do you got here? Set. Take set as well. Interesting hedge. 3.5 minutes in the previous system. This is with Focus Statacrom, which I would argue is more dangerous than the support Crom. The possibility exists. Darth Vader's interesting, but we don't have him available. We do have Seth. This may be worth committing to. What do I need to be effective? We would need to be able to get past. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel right. Isn't this clever? We could do this. We could do a Traya C team. Dig this. With an attacker cron, they don't have... I mean, she's going to have the... She's going to have the 50 for the turn meter. She's going to be faster. Shit. I was going to say, we'd be able to get around and ignore the decoy. Can't. Furthermore, we really have no means to do that.
I mean, if you take a dagger ground, you'll probably end up being able to do it, like in a turn or so. Right? On C's first turn, you'll be able to ignore Dot with the dagger ground.
But doesn't the... Oh, wait a minute. That's right. It's only the Luminara is going to apply the debuff for free. But we don't care about that.
And
I think this might be a thing. I think Traya Sith Eternal might be something to do here.
Also, her debuffs aren't locked debuffs, so Traya's... So whenever a sensitive will take a turn, they'll dispel all their debuffs on them because of Traya existing.
This is 50% in the old system. Why? You had defense and a lot of health. Why didn't you run a set 24? There aren't... Oh, wow. Yeah, bulk seems like a good call to me. Scion feels good in there. I mean, I really like that idea.
So who are you taking out?
And I mean, Talon is not essential. When you're doing this fight, normally, Talon is usually just somebody that dies for free. Because she will pretty much invariably die before your Traya would be pushed low enough to trigger the Dark Savior. Oh, sorry. Corey Spooner's task. Could you explain what is mastery? And then Ben Grogu helpfully mentioned that you can look up mastery and what it means for each individual character. There are different masteries that are generally defined by role. There'll be like tactics mastery and whatever, common on support, often attackers as well. Different masteries give different stats. Feel free to ask if you have further questions. If you're not on my Discord already, here's the Discord. A lot of very helpful people on there. And one of my favorite psychological tricks to use on people is you're welcome to post what you think is the wrong answer to your question, and you know for sure that somebody is going to respond and correct you with what the right answer is. Give you just the secret to the game, right?
Telling people that.
Yeah, that's the secret to the game. Yeah, we don't have the Darth Vader and Darth Vader Cron available to us, Ben Grogu, but this is very attractive. So Traya, Nihilus, Savage, Scion, and Darth Vader did it once. You're seeing this 88.9% with Darth Vader. Let's exclude Darth Vader on attack, shall we?
Yes. I would believe it works because if you take in Nihilus, Savage, Scion, sure, and C,
yeah,
C will ignore Taunt, be able to link Padawan, Obi-Wan, plus one of your choice, right?
Yeah. So I think this is hot. I think this is hot tech. I think we're doing this.
Yeah, I like it.
All right,
it is interesting, but yeah.
Like Nihilus, Savage, Scion, and C. Yeah, hot tech. Yeah. JMK, what's this going to be? Cat, Ace, Snips. I mean, versus Cere. So, what is it that we do here? I guess we'll do the Traya C thing first. We'll do an attacker cron. We don't see a profitable use. See elsewhere. So this should be fun. Holy crap, we got a lot of people tuning in today. 44 viewers on Twitch, almost 70, 69, nice. Over on YouTube. Thank you guys, welcome. I think we'll use this very cron that I meant to be with C. Now, this protection up is going to get dispelled pretty much immediately. So this is the next step down, which is considerably less health. 59 to 99, so I think we're going to run it just like so. Look good to you, Shake. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, guys. Wish us luck. I think this is about as good as it gets. I don't think I've ever used Sith Eternal in this way. Ever. Very exciting.
On offense, never. On defense, yeah. The Traya lead once or twice.
Mm. So, the healing immunity... hold on. What is the nature of that protection, disruption, and shit?
It's on out of turn
Can't
attacks.
be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. Dispelled, yeah, for 2 turns.
But she isn't fast enough.
Whenever an enemy attacks out of turn. So if we avoid using... Well, attacks out of turn means Savage. Savage's counterattacks, I think, count. So that'll be bad for him. But as long as we avoid using Sith Eternal's middle, we won't trigger it on everybody. So we just got to kind of chill on that.
Yeah, also... At least for the healing immunity pod, you'll be faster out, right? Because she'll be slower than your C, hopefully.
Well, the question is, am I linking Padawan and Queen like normal, or am I taking out Lumi? Because I feel like we want Queen out, so I'm not dealing with more bullshit. But
yeah,
but the Lumi thing is a pain. What do you think?
I mean, if damage dealers are gone, Lumi putting broad disruption all around doesn't really change much, right?
So you're saying stick to the script and hit Queen?
Yeah, I mean, you can... I don't fucking know. I haven't faced this, so...
Yeah,
I believe in you.
I know that the decision is ultimately mine. But you're here, and I'm asking you, so give me a damn answer.
I mean, the ult is not going to happen for a long while, let's be honest. Because his ult...
It's not about his ult, right? Like, we're doing it to shut down the stuff so that we have the time to exploit somebody?
So...
Oh, you're getting an invalid on that Discord. My bad. That's interesting. It's supposed to be a permalink. Edit the invite link. Never expire. Generate new link. Hit copy. How's this grab you, Corey? And I'll drop it on YouTube as well. Nobody's left behind.
Yeah, so Link Pow and Master Qui-Gon? Or Link Pow and Queen? So Pow and Master Qui-Gon if you think Master Qui-Gon might be interesting to do.
I mean, I see where you're coming from the damage point of view. He's also a fast modded character, so I can see that. I can.
Yeah.
Alright, why don't we do it that way and see what happens to us? This might be a long fight. What kind of health are we dealing with here? This is a lot. Let's think about this, guys.
It's a whole lot of insta-kills, basically, is what you're going to need. Otherwise, you're not getting through them. It's just straight up that.
That insta-kill is going to take a month of Sundays to show up.
Yeah, no, it's just insta-kills are the only way you're going to win this. Right? Be it
Well, the
siege,
idea
killing,
is they're
or-
going to call attacks out of turn, and Traya lead punishes that, and you end up being able to sweep them out, right?
That won't happen. It's the last paragraph of the Helicron. They'll just keep recovering far too fucking much.
Yeah. I'm glad we're stopping to think about this.
You are going to need to Nihilus insta-killing everybody.
What about
C
Sith
killing.
Eternal lead, though, with Traya as a member? Now we're talking about
Yeah.
serious ultimate charge.
Now C will be able to do C will be able to turn to pop ult and just kill them. Most likely.
We'll be able to dispel what can be dispelled.
Yes, the dispel stays, you just lose the damage.
Still getting invalid, Corey. I don't know. Check your own Discord settings, because that link I just made fresh, and it says never, no limit, generate new link, copy button.
Check if you're banned.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't join because it says you're banned, you're one of an elite few individuals, because yeah, you really have to do something outrageous to get banned.
Working on finding one thing for myself as well.
Yeah, the link worked for Asake. So. All right, let's see what happens. We just have to be cognizant of not using middle while Luminara lives. What are we looking to do? Attackers are able to ignore on, so we can set up the opportunity for Savage to kill in addition to Sith Eternal.
Savage will never ignore Taunt. He has vulnerable.
He has what?
Doesn't he have vulnerable?
I don't think... Does he inflict it on himself?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. He has a per stack while he has Brazilian defense. Man, that sucks. You know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
We're still gonna make this work. I think mostly because we have to. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There are no fucking other options.
Is
Gotta
there
make it
actually
work.
anything better? Because the one thing we haven't stopped to consider, truly, is Queen is going unused right now.
I mean, Queen Mirror isn't a thing, so that's back out and see where else you can use Queen.
It would be can we use Queen against Cere Malicos?
No. Not with the Technicron.
Let's take a look at it real quick to see what we got. I heard a chime over there on Twitch. Bones just raided in with a party of 6. How's it going, Bones? Long time no talk. Happy New Year. You say, hey, bud, hope all is well. Yeah, things are going so far, so okay. We've got yet a bit of Grand Arena to solve before time completely runs out. What was it that he had on? Maul and Zuckus. Must be blind. Gate. Give it a datacron. Say that it's there. Don't say which. Cool. No Star Killer. Can exclude Star Killer. Exclude Baylan. Good. This is some relatively clean data. Okay. Baylan.
Yeah, no,
Queen, 62. I shit you not. With Keller and Shock. One time seen, 25% turn meter, and not a tankless version of the team. They did lose Master Qui-Gon, though.
Yeah, the only concern now would be it's an attacker Kron
Yes.
on Malicos. Queen with 500,000 buffs meets
Yes.
Malicos.
You're not wrong. So we have to open, we would open with Queen's middle on crew, right? Then our turn meter would otherwise have us going out ahead, right?
Yeah.
So we would open up with, let's say Padawan Obi-Wan's ahead. He'll use middle on Malicos into Master Qui-Gon. Oh shit, we're gonna kick off Maul immediately because we've got a Ben. Got a form of Kenobi.
Yeah.
Dangerous shit.
So, I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm a little worried
Thankfully,
about it.
he won't ignore Daunt because he also is debuffed. But,
I have the Relic 10 Master Qui-Gon, though. I mean, he's pretty brawny. He's uniquely brawny. Almost nobody else would have that as a tool.
Thank you for the flex of R10 Master Qui-Gon.
So to be clear, is it more likely to succeed that we use C here so that we have JMK to use against Cere? Or do we take JMK here to simplify Queen and then have Queen to use those? I'm not really seeing the advantage to Queen elsewhere. Yeah, Bones, you got to take off. Appreciate you raiding in. Thanks, man. I am sweating it out right now. What do you think, Shake? I think this is probably the way to do it.
I am with you on that. I'd rather not do Queen than Queen into Cere with Maul. That sounds like a terrible way to die.
I agree. All right, that means that the choice is made. So I think we will lock out. Honestly, I think I want to do Queen and Padawan.
Yeah, by all means.
So let's see if this works as we actually think it would. And if not, we'll see you in hell.
The real concern is the Savage counterattacking before you get to take a turn.
I am sure that we will die famously. Okay. So we can hit you because we have to. Don't spend all day on this shit. Basic because we're not really going to get a lot out of this. And ignore taunts. So Link, item A and item B. Dig it?
Right.
Absolutely rigged. Packs. Oh, fabulous sweep. The absolute best sweep that has ever been. Thought you should know.
Okay.
Yeah, do this. Whatever. For reasons. We don't want to take forever with our decisions. Basic. Boy, doing stuff. Basic. Giga Drain. Ooh. Don't use the middle. They have a lot of buffs, but we have a lot of can't be critically hit. It's the droid we're all looking for. Okay, so far, something. Waiting for Sith Eternal to eventually get a turn. Smite. You know what? Why not? Oh, not really any profit to that. That's fine. No counter tank here. Whatever. We're going to keep these guys locked just as they are because we're going to transform ASAP. Smite the enemy. There can be no mercy, of course. Yes, Transformo, the Magnificent. Yeah, being able to ignore the lady is pretty rigged. I think we can all agree.
Yes.
Hit you, because you're not going to counterattack. Oh my god, that is just monstrous. That is just monstrous. Sith Eternal, give it. Let's have it. Giga Drain.
Yeah, please, just...
Bye. Wow. To have ever doubted the old man feels disrespectful, really. Wow.
So Scion could have just been removed completely.
No, completely disagree. I don't know that you think that Talon would have provided more value than that one sweep that we got out of Scion. That sweep out of Scion was legit.
Yeah, I was not going to say add that. I was just going to say do forward.
Man, that was legit. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should start the fuck to move on, yeah?
What is it? We got an hour left to do. Yeah, all right. It's all right. It's not the best. It's not the best. All right. The Savage Basic was disgusting. I mean, yeah, damage made easy. Brought to you by the Attacker Cron. Okay, so that means that we get to throw the might of Lord Vader against this. First, throwing our boy. Lone Trooper.
This is not kind of good.
Why? What do you like something better? Because it's too late.
No.
First of all.
Oh, yeah. First off, it's far too fucking late to talk about it now.
And then second, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?
Yes, I like it. Love it.
I think it's going to give good chances to our man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yes, people are going to do things, and I don't care. More at 11.
Just ult and then kill everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty haphazard fight, as I recall.
Yes.
Let's do it. Time. Step 1.
Step 1. Just fucking... Well, that was a nice step 1.
Use him Boomba. All right, that's another DI. That's 3 DIs. And counting. Put this out on you, I guess. Half damage on you feels like the right move. Dispel, crit immunity, targeting Cal, yeah? Yep, there's another one. You then. Check out that noise. Nope. Not quite. Not quite the droid we're looking for. Shields up. Weapons online. Can't ignore. Gotta respect the gangster. Ow. Really appreciate it if you wouldn't. Gotta respect the rules. These are the breaks. Maybe not the best. Would have been more might. They haven't done many debuffs, so we're very low on ultimate charge. Sweet. You know what? Not the worst. Not the best. Days out. It's a negative on the case. Okay. Sure will be fine, he said. Confidently. Moments before his destruction. Ow. Ow. None of these are welcome. You guys are making life difficult for me. Really? I have concerns. I have concerns. You're interesting, but I can't actually kill you because of Rey. But I can hit you, which is more interesting than I think. What's his name? You're low. Very, very low. Now you have the shit. That's kind of interesting as well. Take this. Somebody's going. Yeah, I believe that, friend. What I need is damage. Can you deliver me the damage? I need people to go away. That really isn't to go away. But it was... Okay. There's some... yeah. Things that are not exactly clear to me that caused her to gain 100 million billion turn meter. Chapter 1. Good. You just took like 6 turns in a row, I want to say. Alright. This is not going to feel good. I can tell you that. My professional opinion.
Yeah, this is looking a lot like you're not doing enough.
Aren't you glad we saved Cere Malicos for just such an occasion?
Yeah.
I'm sure that all of this shall be fine. I think I'm going to use this. Chill? Everybody chill? I said chill.
Yeah.
God damn it. Did one job. Alright, you don't have that to take advantage of. Basic. Almost. Stay on target. Okay, that's... I mean, we're going to take that. I'm going to be honest with you. The possibility exists that this fight is potentially winnable and grim. It can be both. It can be both.
Okay, cool.
It can definitely be both.
He's going to die.
Oh, this is going to hurt so bad. I can feel it in my bones.
I'm slightly curious why you have...
Man, I cannot hear you. And I think it's important that you know that.
No, I'm just talking to myself.
Oh, good. Because,
Yeah.
certainly weren't talking to me. Alright, let's go. It's fine. Oh, it's so bad. Ow, it hurts. It hurts
At
us.
least you have ult.
It hurts us deeply. Grand Crush of the Gods. Okay. Got that going for us, which is nice. Him. Yep.
Yes.
To regret. To regret. We need you to go down under half. No, none of that. Really, I can't emphasize the importance of none of that. Ow. Again, the importance of none of that. Alright, submit. We have to take that. Cere Malicos is definitely the cleanup there, so we'll make our way. Now we are down banners, though, right?
Yes.
So we'd have to be really clean on fleet. JML, the answer here. And still JMK for back there. So that's it. So, interesting, though, because if we had used Sith Eternal up front, that opportunity for us in the back would not have been available. We could have used, I guess, gas against Queen, but...
You saw. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you had started with C on there, you would have gas going in the back,
Right.
but...
Right, we would have had
You
gas
saw.
to use for Queen.
How gas was looking when... I think you were there when Queen was streaming for that.
I think so.
You saw that match. It was a very beautiful one, involving everybody but Gas dying and Gas being one health. And then him one-shotting everybody. But yes, it involves a lot of dying people.
All right, this will be our JML cron. What was that? Your standard Lord Vader cron or situationally based? I mean, I thought that having higher life total would be the better hedge. Maybe you think that going very super high armor penetration might have ended the fight much sooner. I could entertain that argument. What I remember from last season doing a Lord Vader versus a Rey is that Oppo was whirlwinded out relatively early, so I was trying to ward that off. That was my very specific concern. All right, let's have this one. We'll get ahead turn meter wise this way. My favorite. If we do this, then he'll come out ahead. And stun. Fine move. Nobody gets to move for free. Push turn meter how? Push turn meter this way. We are still gonna go this way first. Straight on through. Yeah. That feels like the generically right move. We can give him some strength. Way. Do it. Who's next? That concerns us. Your ability blocked. You can do stuff. You're just some asshole. Let's be sure to. Now we've dispelled your buffs. Basic into stun. Into speed. All. Ow. Yeah, we still have JKR passive to work for us. He's up now. It is useful to me. 2, 3, 4. She can move yet. We can smite her. Because he's an attacker, we have no debuffs. The law does not apply. It was a good time. He was a good friend.
Start healing, yeah.
Oh god. I gotta do this. Yeah, anything else would. 64 it is? 64 it is. I'm okay with that. Okay. We'll take the full contingent of Cere. JMK works here for the back. What's our cron for JMK? Actually, we should finish this because we will need our full contingent. Well, it really changes how we're approaching either team. Yeah. Prediction is over. Yes. Technically, yes. That does make it 3 or more. There you go. 3 or more has it today. Technically,
Des sends out stuff. I just want to know.
I was right. Real bad,
Don't
by the way.
Des.
Turd Ferguson did send out 3. It was real. It was bad. It was real bad. And things that need to die. And a hats off from Lord Megatron. Sorry, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always appreciate you. All right. Cere Malicos it is then. Fulcrum, Attacker. Dark Side, probably. God, that's so beastly. So damn beastly. I mean, we're going to do this one because of reasons. Don't let your dreams be memes. All right. Individuals who no longer belong in this life. We'll destroy. Okay. Appreciate you. All right. Now that's kind of the droid we're looking for. Stun him. Since we're all here. 1. And a 2. How about it? Yep. That'll be. We never see him again. There will be a whirlwind involved in the very near future, I imagine. Yup, right about there-ish. Shields up. Malicos is just a savage. Bear witness to his wrath. Alright. That was the droid we were looking for. There's no point in skimping. I don't think there's any part of the standard JMK team I would feel comfortable running without in this scenario. So there's usually some value in thinking about whether or not you can go short on banners. We'll do that math once this is clear, because especially with Maul there, I don't think I can go without. High health, we'll check for attackers, light side. Kind of useful. 99% health, 50% crit damage, bulk level 3. I'm into that. Yeah? Yeah, Hugsy says on YouTube, I currently have a very offense-based Cron, and I do feel the damage from Lord Vader, but my clones do get killed quickly if focused. Yeah, because I've run with the higher armor penetration variant, and you decide for yourself what's best. I mean, maybe considering my strategy to, like, you saw how I say, I reserved my Oppo Dispel with his middle for Cal, and we did get the damage immunity, but you have to wonder if you went with really high armor penetration, maybe you one-shot a couple of these people that otherwise got DI'd. There is likely merit. All right. Dispel the taunt, smite Malicos, move on with life, yeah? He will counterattack. He's going to pop off regardless. What do you want to do about it? Mass assist. Fuck it. How's this? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Dispel you. There's no reason to let you have anything good. This life. 4 or 5. Okay. He's got the stuff. Do I really care? No, not really. Not in particular. That's not really valuable. I just want to keep going after all the same. Thank you. Quick. Yeah, don't feel bad about this. No armor penetration per se, but okay. Which, here you. Okay. Yeah, our man almost got doinked over there. But I was afraid of. If we can stall the fight out long enough, I'll get a third. From JMK onto Mace. There we go. That's the droid move. Full marks. Full marks only. Thank you. Done? That's alright. 65. Alright, let's be straight with each other on this. How did he finish? Calculate all that earlier? Thought I did. Please hold. Representative will be with you momentarily. He's 2 banners up on me from ground. That's what that amounts to in the end with the extra drop. So we were lucky that he bled the banners he did. Now we would have to earn superior to 68, 74, 77. That's what we have to beat banner-wise out here. And then we've got this, people. The possibility yet exists.
74?
Huh?
So averaging 74?
I guess. I don't know. Commander Shepard, hey, long time no see. Happy New Year, man. Task, good day to you, Cere. Good to see you. Welcome. Terry Ferguson says, is it me or does 5 vs 5 bring out the assassin task? It's probably some of that, some of me being kind of disgusted with the state of the Datacron meta, and honestly, a reasonable amount of my preferred bourbon. This is not a sponsored moment, by the way, because Old Forester doesn't know me from a hole in the ground, but I do love them. Hugsy says, also something I've been wondering is the decision-making on if bringing GK or Mace for JMK team. It really depends on the matchup, although I will say, like, it's really about, you know, the biggest thing that we know what GK's advantages are, right? We have the passive distribution of crit immunity. You have a dispel for your Jedi allies. You also have a mass assist. Those are good things. Mace offers not a mass assist, but a call to a single assist, zeroing out somebody's turn meter if the effect lands and you've got the right amount of potency. Ability block on basic. And crucially, the ability to pull enemies out of stealth. I would say the only fights where it feels imperative to bring Mace is where you see a highly advantageous use of ability block or the ability to pull an enemy out of stealth, which is why I feel Mace is really important to have when you're doing the Queen Amidala fight. Desicrim says, so my Great Mother's team with Attacker 400% armor penetration just beat Lord Vader clones with Attacker 400%. Yeah, certainly for your DTP and your Night Trooper, they do have benefit from armor penetration. I wonder how much that helps for Night Trooper, because you get to ignore, or not Night Trooper, Spirit, because you get to ignore armor a lot of the time, so long as you have Foresight up, which you're going to have up most of the time. All right, another quick break, another couple of minutes. I'll be right back. You know, once you break the seal and whatnot, so on and so forth. So appreciate your patience. Do we got the music still playing for you people? Nah, man, we've already run that playlist again. Let's hit it. All right, see you guys in just a moment. Be right back. We'll wrap this up. All right, I'm back. All right, Hugsy said, very solid points. Thank you very much. I'm a new owner to J&K team. Been wondering when to bring either. Yeah. Happy to help. You use Night and Spirit. Okay, interesting. Thanks, Desicrim. Aussie Mike says, off-topic question. I have got max Datacrons and rerolls thanks to the mess-up, and I've got Red Crate and Conquest. Should I be doing something, or is it fine to ignore Conquest now? Yeah, you're usually spending time gathering Datacrons and whatnot. If you're like I am, you're not needing to do that. So yeah, you get to take it easy for the second week or maybe even then some. All right, as far as our plan for fleet, we have to be ever so careful because we need to recover 2 banners on this. The good news is that he got a 68 versus my Leviathan, so that's like the real advantage. The home 1 fleet he set is such that I do not want to use anything other than Profundity. And I will go for just the 3-man. Malevolence is standard, so I think I'll take Negotiator, which leaves for his Executrix, Executor. And I'd have to go back a couple seasons. I don't recall. When you're doing this with Executor, it's with triple attacker, right? I mean, I'm going to look it up regardless, but still. I think you're leading off with triple. Let's see. What's this gentleman setting? Oops. That was not the droid I was looking for. Yes, like that. Shit. There we go. Show me. These 3. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to be sure before we went and looked for it. So, Cat, are you kidding me? Preview of Tinsel. Picking the absolute wrong time to board the desk. We have 40 minutes to do these fights. We're definitely taking our sweet time. All right. 1 and a 2 and a 3. Wait, it's this and this. Exact. Talk to me. Yeah, triple for sure. For 73, that would be definitely within acceptable range. Triple with Houndstooth. 75 in the best case. Okay. Let's have it then. Yeah, you're welcome, Mozzie. Hey, Phoenix, good to see you. Are we winning? We're down 2 banners going into this, but he did have 1 fleet that got a 68, so we have some amount of room. All right, let's hype the drama. Let's first do the easy fights. Quote unquote, he said. All right, let us pray for not the worst luck in the universe. Because we need all the help.
I mean, you don't need to do this.
What do you mean?
You need to average 74.
You're saying I could bring the reinforcement?
Yeah, I'm saying don't get...
All right, then let's do this fight this way then. Because we know what we're doing here regardless, right? Nothing's changing?
Yeah.
You agree with that statement?
Proper. And then... Yeah.
All right. Palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti. We go in on Palp Shuttle first. Then go from there. Sound about right?
Sure.
Appreciate your confidence.
Yeah, I mean, you are asking the guy that hasn't had Executor on offense ever.
Wow.
So I don't know what you expect.
That's something to say. Okay, I appreciate you. All
yeah.
Right. Blitz. Kill it. Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Clearly that worked.
You then. We must finish you. have a reinforcement coming soon. Absolutely love that for me.
Yeah, we should kill.
Do we go with the AoE? Like this? Go for the greed?
Yeah, I believe in that. Greed.
Greed is warranted!
Yes.
Aha! It was genius the entire time. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar. Alright, Houndstooth on deck. Yes. That's fine. Haunt up, basic. Nice, nice, nice. Wow, we actually get to do this. This could hurt a lot. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! That's smoky. 75. Way better than anticipated. Woo! Woo! Listen, listen. The fact that we were ability blocked meant that we had to basic with Xanadu Blood. Whereas I would have almost assuredly used the special. Whereas, had I used the special, I would not have had it right there to call Punishing One to get the finishing blow there on the tank, the enemy tank. Really neat how that lined up. Nice.
Yes. Somebody in the background helping you. That's all.
Yeah,
somebody
getting
at
ability
CG
blocked.
is just like, you know what? You can have it.
Yeah, getting ability blocked was a big help. You heard it here first, folks. All right, Negotiator next.
You need a 73. Well, technically, you can probably get away with a 71. But, yeah. What are we looking at?
He's gonna put down High Soldier. So, let's just check. I haven't checked the win rates lately. Banners. Negotiator. Wow, these three. Huh, how interesting. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about the Y-Wing because it would be impossible for Anakin to get stunned. This way, 74.6. That's tough to beat, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to rock the traditional. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's been costly a couple of times, I want to say. I see you, Aussie Mike. All right. So what? Do the basic on your boy as usual. All right, we'll be all right. Okay. I want him to not have crit immunity. So if that's the case, I want to sweep him now. Yeah. Acceptable, outcome-wise. Wrap. Didn't get favored by the gods on that one, I'll say that. Gotta hit you. And we gotta hit you. We don't get anything killed because of that bullshit. Neat. Recommend the experience to anybody. Alright, we call you in.
I say I'm a big fan of near-death Anakin.
Big fan of kissing my ass?
Near-death Anakin is very lovely. That's all I'll say to that.
Yeah. Gotta hit them with the sweep right now. You are cool to hit this moment. Especially. Yes. This is timely. Incredibly timely. As we head right into Brappy Brap. Okay, okay. You're gonna get hit, but you have protection up. I'm not really sweating it. Basic, I think, is the better move. Basic. Come on. Come on. Hit it. Hit it. You. We got another ult up? Nope. But, or sorry, mass assist. No mass assist. We'll have to destroy you the old-fashioned way, I'm afraid. Not really the best. Pushing more turn meter into what's his name. Gotta cleanse here, otherwise we could risk problems. Hit him. Gotta be like that. Chip, chip.
72. Alright, so worse.
Worse than expected, yeah. Yeah, well, we didn't land the target lock on Vulture, so unfortunate. So what do we need here? What do we need?
You can just do... Yeah, you're still fine to do the format.
Yeah? Alright, let's start for the sake of drama, let's check it. 1799 minus 219 minus 1506 is 74. So the answer is most certainly yes.
Yeah, because you only need like 73.3 per battle. And I just rounded up to 74. So,
So be it. So be it.
Yeah.
Drama is satisfied.
And now if you want to be extra dramatic and bet your GSC on it, you can now proceed to do 3-man or even 2-man.
The absolute madness.
Yeah, you're the one that was gonna run this.
I mean, yes, but also, shut up.
There.
Yeah. You think about that? Kill it? God, we got an assist.
No.
They do exist.
Yeah, the occasionally do happen.
It'll work. It would be ideal to get Razor out next, but this is free money over here, so free is the right price. Hey. Okay, I see you. Can't really load either. Nice dodge. Appreciate you, dog. You fucking dare. Can I interest you in fucking not? Oh my god.
Yes. So, I mean, really?
Absolutely fucking terrifying. Thought you should know. No assist. Also. And I'm not bitter, I just thought you should know.
Yeah.
I want to say we're still doing this.
This one.
Is this the heal? 20%
Yes.
protection. That's the droid we're looking for. I wouldn't normally mess with this otherwise, but we are getting what the experts refer to as piped.
Yeah, you're getting something. I just want you to know that I'm
we're
glad
getting
you
what the
found
experts
my
refer to as
direction.
Ds. Have you heard of Ds?
Yeah, that's our very... What's up?
D's nuts.
So, I want to know that I was right, and I'm grateful that,
Absolute
you
pain.
followed my advice.
It nearly cost us everything. 76 and the win by 2 banners. Fashionably done with 30 minutes to spare. Wow. What a day.
So I was right.
Normal afternoon in Kyber 1 type of thing.
No, your normal afternoon is fighting fucking the Rhodiums, Tess. Don't lie.
It's true. I mean, I think there's legitimate players all throughout this. So first of all, a pleasure to fight you for the very first time, OnlyClowns. Hell of a match. 2 banners. Looking forward to our next bout. Like, clearly, we've got another real opponent up here, which I'm always excited to see. So, appreciate you, man. GG. Dances with Ewoks is GG's. Appreciate you. Yes, Lord Megatron. Well done, Tass. Yes. Hats off. Hats off. Turd Ferguson with the hydrate. I got you. River Phoenix says, the earpiece was right to bring in that reinforcement. Dude, the blitz was insane. That blitz was insane. Which is exactly why I set that composition. myself. Scared the shit out of me. You enjoyed this presentation a lot? There was actually a lot to be gained out of this episode, Aussie Mike, so glad you saw that yourself, because I learned a whole bunch of stuff. Jake says, gonna head off. Congrats, Tass, on the win. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining, hearing voice. Always nice to hear you pop in.
Have a good one.
Yeah, take care. Arguing with the tactical earpiece. I gotta argue it out, Guilty. And you know what? It makes for good footage, too, because now you'll hear how that argument lands, right? It's worth having to see which way, I ultimately decide going. Wow. What a fight, man. Letting the adrenaline rush through me. First of all, thank you all for watching, because this was quite a long stream, right? Where are we at time-wise? Yeah, every bit of 3.5 hours for this. And this is a 5 versus 5. This isn't even a 3 versus 3. Crazy, man. It's got to be all that much more careful. So, nice. All right, let's talk about how this was done. As far as my defense goes, I explained that all at the start of the stream. As far as my attacks go, let's talk about it. Bottom front. Against his Darth Vader, Mara Jade, Old Ben, Starkiller, and Visa Smar with the Darth Vader crown. We went in with full Gungans. Crazy. 200% crit damage on the stat, 25% turn meter cron. Laid them down. It was brief. 65 banners. Against Traya, Dooku, Nihilus, Red Trooper, and Savage, we went in with Baylan, Shin, Marok, Dash, and Kira for 65. Against Gas CRex. So, yeah, viewers suggested Gas Mirror, but advised you, at least one advised using attack or tank cron. You were going to do that. A couple folks really advocated for the use of the support cron, which features a lot of protection up going on the Gas. But if you know anything about my Gas, he's classically modded against CLS, so that is to say, plus 0 added health, meaning that protection up doesn't do a whole lot for us. The intent was, with enough protection up, Gas might never sit down once. He sat down, okay? He sat down a bunch. We, nevertheless, misidentified OG Rex from CRex. Spent time hitting the wrong character. Maybe could have killed CRex, but honestly, I doubt it, because OG Rex is easier to put down, and we weren't even doing that. So, A, probably should not have relied on the support cron, given my modding. B, didn't have to do this anyway. I could have attempted to have Gas available for using against Queen in the back. Maybe that would have had more merit. I don't know. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, so the Gas failed. We had to withdraw. Went in with Bounty Hunters, because that's probably the fight of the match for me here, guys, is the Bounty Hunters versus Gas, because what we learned was there is such a thing as a cron setup, something that isn't 25% turn meter level 3, that can actually jam up the Bounty Hunters. All right? Because of the fact that 5s can't gain taunt while Gas is standing, it means that whenever he's triggered to gain taunt, he immediately dispels it, which forces minus 50% turn meter on all of my dudes, which jacks up the counter big time. Like, it slowed us down big time. It was bad. I was surprised that we lived long enough to actually snipe out both Gas and CRex, which made it a cinch to use Wampa to clean up. So 0 plus 2 plus 36, total of 38 banners. Wow, so using the Wampa there was very significant, actually. Against his Pirate King Hondo, Brutus, Silvo, Hondo, and Bane, we used Slacker, Dre, Faust, Hux, and First Order Special Forces for a total of 61 banners. Lost Hux. Nearly lost Dre, I want to say. Something of the kind. That's probably why the lower end of 60. All right, let's head to the back, where against his Cere, Crew, Maul, Malicos, and Zuckus, we used JMK, Cat, May, Snips, Padme, 65 banners. Against his Slacker, Dre, First Order Special Forces, Faust and Hux, with the First Order Special Forces cron, used Bane Sass. With a set 25 attacker, I mulled over a few different options for the cron. Ultimately went with Attacker. It was decisive after the second use of Bane's third ability, and crucially, I know I've messed up that fight before by kind of greedily doing third into second, even though after the first turn, Sass had died, so I did like third into Sass dying into second, and then into losing. This time I did third into Sass dying into third, and everybody but Lost was dead or something like that, so clearly the better way to go. Good stuff. Against Queen Amidala, Grandmaster, Luminara, Master Qui-Gon, and Padawan Obi-Wan. This was another really cool fight. So using Traya maybe didn't feel good here. Just using full Traya. I had Traya available. But dig this. If you use C lead with Traya, because here's the problem. I had C available after using Bane in this way. And by the way, the advantage of stumbling through gas the way I did is that I did not, in fact, use Sith Eternal. And I think you'll agree when I explain this. If I had used Sith Eternal, there's no way I think that Traya was... Maybe Traya could have worked, but it would have been bumpy, guys. So here's what happens. With C as the lead instead of a member, he will charge ultimate much more quickly, right? And because of the Attacker Cron, we were able to ignore the decoy off rip, and we were able to link Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Queen. So we were able to immediately transform Sith Eternal ASAP, delete those two, which I'm pretty sure actually deleted the whole team. I don't recall taking other turns after that, so it was awesome. It was really awesome. I don't think I've ever used C Traya this way on offense. If I have, must be less than 5 times ever. So, cool story on the back wall. Up top. Against Saw, Wedge, Kyle, Luthen, and Biggs. With the Biggs Cron, really creative composition. Used Reva, Grand Inquisitor, 7th, 5th, 8th. With my Healer Cron that had respectable amount of armor penetration and crit damage and a side order of health. 64 banners, because they pretty much exploded immediately. Nice. Against Jedi Master Mace, Depa, Ayla, Jocasta, and Temple Guard with an Attacker Cron, 25% turn meter, tons of armor penetration. Use JML, Jedi Cal, JKR, Hoda, JKL, 64 banners. Against Ahsoka, Exile Ezra, General Syndulla, Padawan Sabine, Huyang, Leia, Drogon, R2, Jin, and Radis. Same song as usual, except we were using an Attacker Cron, light side, high crit damage, some health, 25% turn meter to counter their own turn meter, 65 banners. And crucially, because of the support cron here, you can't hide Drogon. So the conventional wisdom of passing from Jin over to R2 and stealthing Jin is not going to work here, because they're going to pull Drogon out of stealth anyway and possibly focus him down. So using Jin's first turn to turn past to Drogon and make sure that we sniped out Exile Ezra immediately, crucial. And then against Rey, Zaris, Swolo, Cal, and GK, man, good lesson here. We went in with Lord Vader, Oppo, CX2, DCT, and Scorch. I remember that doing this in 3 versus 3 with a more offensively oriented Datacron, and that is to say one with a lot more armor penetration, I lost Oppo relatively easily, and I didn't like that. So I went in with a Cron that had like only 100% armor penetration, but super high protection on it, like 88%, almost 90% protection. So lots of life total added to the team overall. And what I found was we were kind of lagging in doing the damage that I wanted. We got a couple folks under damage immunity relatively quickly. So maybe instead of 100% armor penetration, maybe 200% is warranted. Less protection. Or just use a different Cron that was just heavier on armor penetration. You guys watch the footage, be the judge, let me know in the comments. But Lord Vader almost got the job done. I want to say we ended up getting blown out in the end, so we didn't time out. But it was just Rey and Swolo remaining. Basically, sitting ducks for Cere, Malicos, Cal, Crew, and Fulcrum. So 3 banners plus 40, total 43. And yeah, that's the top wall. So we went into fleet now, minus 2 banners against our opponent. That's the situation. Against his home 1, we went in with Profundity and took the 1 reinforcement because we knew we could. We did this fleet last. So I could have attempted the 77. I think if you watch the fight, we nearly lost Outrider. So I think we can all agree that bringing in the 1 reinforcement, giving us that nudge of protection, probably helpful. 76 banners. Against Malevolence, we used Negotiator, and yeah, got a little unlucky in that we didn't apply target lock to the Vulture droid, so we didn't have quite the boom we were looking for that should have killed maybe one of the tanks otherwise. So the fight went on a bit longer than anticipated, but I have no regrets about going with the composition I did with Y-Wing, because yeah, Marauder deals with that bad RNG much worse, I think, than Y-Wing. So 72 banners. And in the end, yeah, against Executrix here, we went in with Executor. Favorable outcome as far as banners went. 75 banners, and that sealed it. So yeah, by the time we went and did home 1, we needed to score 74, meaning that we didn't need to attempt to go for the 77. We went for the 76, and that's how we end up winning by 2 banners. So really, excellent first match, OnlyClowns. Real pleasure. Real good fight. And Calidus, hey man, how you doing? Came in too late, but grats. Really appreciate you showing out anyway, and thank you again for the sub, man. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that you're going to be retiring from the game soon, but you know, real life comes first. I appreciate you, and yeah, thanks, man. CRex says, man, reviewing the match like this is so smart, helps with the learning. It helps me too, because I go back and watch these myself, and I can go and watch the individual fights, of course, but I like my own wrap-up at the end, because I do it because it's all top of mind, right? I won't remember this time tomorrow, you know? So, glad you see the value as well, Drex. All right, that closes this out. 15 minutes to go. There may be somebody to rate us out to, but before we do that, let's go and get the needful done. Discord, I already linked the Discord on both YouTube and Twitch. Check it out. It's on both channels as far as a permalink goes. Some folks said they couldn't use it, but other folks say they can, so I'm not super sure about that. As far as catching me live goes, of course, you know I'm here at twitch.tv/Tassenix. I'm also simulcasting from my YouTube channel, Tassenix Gaming, where if you've not been over there before, check it out, because there's a whole bunch of Slugger-related content you might be interested in. Stuff like the GAC Omicron tier list, Datacron set guides on set 24 and 25. You've got all my Grand Arena VODs, of course. You've got the How-To Mod Guide series, building up your collection from scratch. Mod guides on individual characters and factions. Whole bunch of good stuff over there. Anything that you enjoy, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe to the channel to see more. Really appreciate that. And it is also a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal, where we break down our last week, fighting it out in Grand Arena in the thereabouts of the top 100 of Kyber 1. We tell you about how we dealt with the meta matchups of the week, our favorite attacks and defenses, our lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else we think that's worth sharing with you. The alcohol's catching up. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, you know, hitting like, hit subscribe on YouTube, following on Twitch, best ways to support the channel. Really appreciate that, and it's all free from your end. If you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty to support the channel, there are a few ways to do so. I do have a Cash App that is $Tassenix. My links are broken right now because the Streamer app is down, I think. So yeah, $Tassenix on Cash App. My PayPal is tassenix@gmail.com, as spelled here. And of course, if you want to get enhanced Grand Arena scouting power for yourself, early access to my content, including Plotting and Scheming, and a few other benefits, you may be interested in checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/Tassenix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. At $5 a month, you enter the Task House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming show that is coming out to our general audience Friday mornings at 8 a.m., but patrons get it as early as Monday or Tuesday night, depending on when we record, giving you that early edge heading into the first round of the week. In addition, I will occasionally make patron-exclusive videos that, my patrons would have at least a month ahead of the general audience. Stuff like the Hot Utils guide on getting the most out of the automation feature, stuff like that. That used to be a patron exclusive. Those guys had it for months and months before I made that public. So stuff like that. And of course, a dedicated text and voice chat on Discord where I am generally lurking. So pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Banja, Boba Iza, Deadpool Cow 28, Heratran, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Miasmal, Mus Ross, Raise Malbus, Sam Bimes, Sheepdog 47, Shake 23501, as seen on TV today, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, and White Wolf. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either OmegaBot or Hot Utils Patreon. OmegaBot's that tool that I use at the start of all of my Grand Arena streams, showing you with those graphs your opponent's offensive and defensive tendencies. Anybody can use that tool for free to scout their opponent's last week of Grand Arena history, but only patrons can build out a custom report with any number of weeks. You can go back and scout based on previous seasons. You also get a downloadable HTML version of the report with embedded links that you can click, taking you right back into Swigga.gg or Insight, whichever you prefer to use, just helping you further minimize your scout. Or you may prefer to go with the Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili subscription, which is your #1 tool for mass mod management and loadout creation. Nothing else lets you switch so easily between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, and Raid mods. You can use it like TJ and Fatal do, with the powerful automation feature to comprehensively remod your roster. You can slice through hundreds of mods in seconds, help out your guild in TW. Whole bunch of good stuff in there. No wrong way to go at VIP Access Plus. Thank you so much to Aussie Mike, Darth Leia, Calidus Invictus, Ash Satnakam, JJ's Dad, Frickfrack Paddywhack, Ganroth, Gates, Mr. Tony, Revenite, Single Malt Jedi, Snack Attack, Striker, Supermart, Troublefingers, and Zoltre. At VIP Access Premium, that's $15 a month for the Double Bot bundle. So Patreon access for me, OmegaBot, and Hot Utils all in one subscription. Just going out and getting those two bots anywhere else would cost you the same as this triple bundle, which is why so many of my patrons say it's one of the best values in all of Swugga. Thank you so much to Gods, Bjorn, Big Ninja, Depressed Wampa, Darth Link, General Milan, Wheatsy, Ibenek, Johnny B. Ottawa, Kev, Mini GK, Pills, Quig, Rawling, Saldag, Sir Boss, Sophis, Sprizzle, The Lost Womprat, Wilco, and Bane. At the top of the list in Jester's Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper, this madman pops in the stream from time to time and just goes crazy, handing out hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies, incredibly generous support over the years, crushing hype trains, mostly on his own. Thank you so much. And then, of course, to Pills, who has followed in the noble footsteps of Nomad, showing up mostly towards the end of my streams, but nevertheless going crazy. 12 subs here, 100 subs there, just gifted out, as an unexpected burst, and it's always incredibly appreciated. Thank you so much to both of you guys. Special thanks go out to The Lost Womprat, one of my patrons who's gone above and beyond the call of duty, by helping me sort out a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes issues, whether that's my OBS setup, my stream deck, or just general IT issues around having this stream run smoothly for you guys. So thank you, Womp Rat. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether that's bringing me something to eat or drink while I'm on stream, or just keeping our daughter from tearing the house apart while I'm trying to be the very best, like no one ever was, at a phone game. And of course, again, to my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. Gentlemen, Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for making yourselves available week in, week out to make our show, and last week was no exception, right? It's such a pleasure to be able to do this with you guys as often as we do, because I always have something to take away from our recordings. Hopefully you guys occasionally feel the same, but it's not about us. It's about our audience that tunes in. It is rare that a day goes by that somebody doesn't send me a kind note saying that something on our show helped them out in their Grand Arena match and won them the day. So we're making the difference that we wanted to, guys. Thank you all so much. And, a pleasure to ring in the new year, with another year of plotting and scheming. This is year 3, in May. The show's birthday is in May. That'll be 3 years. So how about it, guys? Wouldn't change a thing. Appreciate you so much. All right, heading back over to the main scene. Let's make ready to roll. We already did the payout. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, Wamp. Thanks, Megatron. Thank you, everybody. All right, on YouTube, let's see who I can send you all out to. Scribe's still live. Sending all the YouTube folks out the door. See you all real soon for round 2. All right, Twitch. Making ready to raid. Thank you all for hanging on to the bitter end. Who's still around? Got Scribe over there as well. All right, let's give the double over to Scribe. Starting up the raid. Again, thanks to all of you who tuned in. Really nice, fun way to kick off the new year. I think, win or lose, this is only going to be by a couple banners. I lost against Arsenal at the end of the last season by less than 10 banners, so makes sense. You die by the sword, you live by the sword the next day. How about it? So thank you all for tuning in. This was a marathon match. Several really good lessons learned for the rounds to come. And until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.